Gotta be ready for 'em. Emergency. I just got out of the sun. I'm having problems with my heart and it won't work. I did some shit in my past and it's cursed. Oh, I'ma say it right now. It's not gonna take birth from me. I'm taking pain, but it ain't help. My little nigga going against the grain and she's stressing me. I pray to God that God have mercy. I'm living the crazy life. I just shot at a nigga for talking some shit on the game and paying the price. I was looking the rest of the money to save my life. And I should say tonight. If you want that big shit, we can get rich, we can get paid tonight. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down, down, down. Shit, gotta think about it. 187. You don't go forever. Gotta talk that shit over and over. Fight my demons, fight my demons. So many demons. It's still, fight my demons, fight my demons. It's me. It's demons. Whoa, I'm fighting these demons up in this booth. I'm fighting demons. Say, get with a beam up under my coat. He hitting the spleen if you want to smoke. Hey, money be green, so niggas, niggas so clean. Remember they mad at me, give him the ball and nigga they told. Say, turn that nigga, you know. My little nigga don't fucking know. No call, no call. My nigga follow me. I stand on my word. They said, "Well, this place for the compliment." I see you there, homie. Y'all a company, build the gang, and bitch, feel incompetent. Don't want to hear that shit. I gotta kill that shit. Legally militant. I can get ignorant. We not considerate. Niggas do silly shit. We get the drilling shit. Guilty and innocent. Don't give a fuck about the bystander. I can pull up in the Highlander. Don't take no slander. Don't take no slander. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down, down, down. Where you going? Gotta think about it. 187. You don't you don't go to heaven. Gotta talk that shit over and over. Real talk. Fight my demons. Fight my demons. So many demons. Yeah, it's demons. It's demons. Fight my demons. Fight my demons. It's me. It's nah, nah, nah. Nah. Come on, game over, man. That shit is over. Like y'all gotta stop doing that. Play with somebody's mental. Nah, I'm good on that. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. I will find other ways to get the finances. I ain't tripping about that. I'll find other ways to get the finances, but dragging me out, nah, that wasn't the way to go. But okay, continue. Yeah, if you feel like you could drag me out and make this fall from the inside, that's why I'm glad I went back and listened to the stuff that was being said, because when you go back and listen and it's like, oh yeah, he's going to destroy it from the inside out, so on and so forth. And people are planted where they planted at, however you want to look at it. But cohortions of the heart is a motherfucker. Some people think that they can still operate with cohortions of the heart even after you tell them that that they're playing on your desires. Even after you tell them, like, look, I know that y'all playing with with my dreams and what I'm focused on. I know that y'all dragging me out. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I'm not tripping about it. It's anticipating what I know is coming. All of a sudden, my past is blurring, my future is sudden. Dark and muddy, hoping for sunny. I'm still push my times back. I'll push my times back. Oh, hold on. Let me show y'all. We got some stuff done over on the oh shit, it's on the other phone. Fudge. I gotta show y'all. So we had 6 chickens that hatched. 6 chicks, all 6 eggs hatch good. Um, so we got the eggs, the 6 chickens. We're gonna, raise them for a couple of months. The chicken coop. Oh, we got 2 events set up. We got June and July set up. Some schools are coming out there. Oh, and we got the ground tilted. We got the ground um tiller, tiller, till, till. We tilled it. What the fuck? What am I looking at? Why am I not seeing these pictures? Not seeing. uh, What the? Ancient gym. Which one is this? Oh, okay. And we got another person added to the group. Back. Let me show y'all. I don't know if y'all can see it. See? We got to flip it one more time though. After we get all them rocks out of there. We gotta get all them rocks out of there. See? Once we get all those rocks out of there, we good to go. Get those rocks out of there, good to go. Wisely. I don't have no Wisely card. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. You don't listen. You don't have to text me every time I start going live to try to get me to respond in real time. Like that right there is a game within itself. Like every time I go live, you texting me trying to see if you can get a response out of me while I'm live. Like that shit is hurting my feelings. Like that's the type of like game that we playing. Like every time I go live to try to talk about this or talk about what we got going on or try to build, you texting me to see if I respond while I'm live. Like, so you're waiting for me to go live. The hours that I'm not live, you're not telling me nothing. You're not updating me or nothing. But as soon as I go live, that's when you hit me up on the message board to try to see if I respond to it on the live. So you're intentionally trying to make me respond to something on the live so you can get the fallout that you want, so you can go paint with it. Come on, man. Y'all not tired of that shit? Y'all not tired of that shit? Be honest with yourself, man. You not tired of that shit? You watching somebody who sees you fucking them over and they're still giving you a chance and you still keep on fucking them over, even after they tell you that they know that you want some, like, make it make sense. I'm being discreet about this shit as possible, giving you guys y'all exit. Why don't y'all take y'all exit? It's not making sense to keep on playing in my face, dragging me out. We got the land. We moving towards getting the funds. That's it. Like, if you don't lie to me and have me hoping for funds, knowing that you never really planned on giving me the funds, you're dragging me out until shit hit the fan on my end, basically dragging me out. Oh, I got you. Oh yeah, mom gonna send you some money too. Oh yeah, we got you. We got you. We want to see this through. But really, you're dragging me out, either waiting till I get frustrated or waiting for the situation to fail. Oh yeah, we're gonna come out there. We're gonna do. It's all bullshit. Like, why don't y'all just keep it real with yourself? Like, playing this game on the back end is not gonna end well. That's all I'm saying. Like, saying one thing on the back end, but showing something different on the front end, it's not going to end well. That's why I stayed transparent with everything that I was doing. That's why I stayed honest and stayed transparent with the collective with what I was doing. But the fact that people are doing one thing on the back end, but the front end is not matching what they're doing on the back end, that's going to get exposed. It's going to get exposed. Y'all might not like how it get exposed. Y'all might not like how y'all truth come out, but y'all are creating this truth. Y'all are creating this. I never seen people that wanted to play on other people's endeavors and get close to them and try to act like they supporting them, act like they cool with them, so on and so forth. But then when we finally speak about the trickery that y'all doing, then y'all try to rewrite the history of it. That's why I'm keeping a track of all of this stuff. That's why I'm taking pictures of message logs. That's why I go back into the history and go back and look at all the bullshit that you can easily go back and look at all of the lies that was told. It's easy to go back and look at all the lies that was told. People told me, "Oh, yeah, my son is in touch with Odell Beckham, and I'm going to get you an interview with Odell." People told me all types of shit when I go back and look at it. It seemed like everything that I was trying to push for on here, somebody would send me a message after they hear me say it on my live. Then they'll send me a message saying, "Oh, I'm in touch with this person. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out." But I never seen none of it. Never seen none of that help. Never seen none of it. Why is that? Hmm? Why is that? Why is the help that you guys so-called offering on the back end, why we don't never see it come forth on the front end? Because it's a game. It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. I know what you guys are doing. You guys are waiting till I get frustrated about it. And then after I speak about it out of frustration, then you guys go make a whole different situation out of it and make it seem like, oh, I had nothing but good intentions for them and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And then I got to expose back messages to show that y'all playing this same type of fucking game. And then I got to go expose back messages to prove that y'all playing the same type of game. But don't worry, I got all the messages sitting there. I got all of the messages sitting there, just waiting. Cause I'm waiting for the investigation to start. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the investigation to start. So all the evidence I got, I could say, here you go. These are all of the people who were manipulating and trying to play in this that I know of. This is just here's the list of all of the people. Here's their connections. Here's about when they came into the picture. These are their back messages, so on and so forth. I'm sticking around waiting for the FBI to come. I'm waiting. I can't wait until the FBI to blow this whole, you know, cyber stalking, weird ass content creation shit. I can't wait till they blow all of this shit out of the water. I'm literally waiting for them to contact me. I'm waiting for the investigation to start. I'm waiting for it. I can't wait for the investigation to start. I wish I had people connected to, the feds or some type of cyber stalking group. I wish I had the organization that can actually look in this. I wish I had the funds to pay a couple of organizations to look into this because this is weird to me. At this point, it's weird. I thought a lot of y'all would have bailed out already. I thought a lot of y'all would have jumped ship already, knowing that I'm already foreseeing the bullshit. But y'all really still think like, nah, I got this. He don't suspect a thing. No, that's not it. I just choose not to say something about it. I'm letting you guys make the corrections on your own. I'm just choosing. It's not that I don't see it. I see it. I see the game. I see the gimmick. You're dragging me out in order to make what I got going on fail. So basically, you're telling me whatever I want to hear, whether it be week to week. Oh, it ain't going to be this week. It'll be next week. Right? Why? Because you're looking at my schedule. You're not going by what's actually true or what's actually going on. You're actually just going by my schedule. So you see that I possibly was trying to do an event for the weekend of the 11th, which is this weekend right here. So you dragged me out into the beginning of this week. And now that we're in the middle of this week, now it's easier for you to drag me out further and I guess tell me next week, right? Because that way I got to cancel the event that I had planned for this week, right? So now you find out what the next event is. Oh, what's the next event? What date did you schedule it for? Just so you can go and come up with another plan to drag me out and lie to me about some funds or whatever the case may be. Like this shit getting old at this point. Y'all gotta be looking and be like, oh man, I know what y'all thinking. Y'all thinking, "Ooh, we got him again. Yeah, we got him again." That's why you guys are asking me, like, "Oh, when are you trying to do the event? When is this?" Da 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 da. Y'all not asking me because y'all want to show up at the event. Y'all not asking me because y'all want to help with the event. Y'all not asking me because y'all want to. Y'all are trying to find out what I need so you can know how to stop it. That's it. You put somebody close to me so that person can find out everything that I need and everything that I'm trying to do, and then they stop it. They stop it by giving me cohortions of the heart, telling me, "Oh, I'll have that for you." Basically making me depend on them and not asking nobody else. Like, "Oh, you don't need to ask nobody else because I got it. I'm send it to you next week, blah 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 blah." So then what happens? I depend on that. So instead of asking people, to help with the goat fence and get the goat fence and so on and so forth, now I'm thinking that it's already taken care of. So when the week go by and it don't happen, then it's like, oh, okay. Then what they do? They're gonna drag me out for another week, drag me out for another week. Whole time they got their counterparts that's probably contacting Rex or something like that and telling him like, "Oh, did he tell you that he was going to do this? Oh, he's not going to do it." Da, 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 da. So they already probably got some bug in his ear, and now what they doing is they're trying to drag me out so I can look like I'm not completing my part of this whole thing, or I'm not, coming through with the shit that I said I'm coming through with, right? So it's a game. It's one big weird ass game because it doesn't make sense. That's why I keep on saying it's one big weird ass game because it doesn't make sense. Right? When you got when you got a group of people and somebody keep on telling you not to rely on other people and rely on them, and then they don't come through, right? It's because they were setting you up. They were setting you up, right? I got two people lining me up at the same damn time, working together, and they keep on trying to make it seem like they not working together. And I know they're working together because they both did the same thing. One of them calls me and say, or one of them texts me and say, "Hey, such and such check just came in. We're gonna send you some money soon." Right? That was almost 10 days ago. That was almost 10 days ago. And around that same time, somebody else contact me and say, "Oh, how much do you need for the event?" So on and so forth. "Oh, I'm gonna send it to you." Right? Is this gonna be this day or that day, right? But when the days come, they don't contact you. They don't say nothing. In fact, they don't bring it up. If you don't say nothing, they don't say nothing. Right? If you don't say nothing about it, they don't say nothing. Even though they'll tell you, like, "Oh, I'll let you know Tuesday," or "I'll contact you Wednesday." They don't contact you Wednesday, don't contact you Tuesday. If you don't say nothing Thursday, they don't contact you. If you don't say nothing Friday, they don't contact you, right? And then the moment they see you they, "Oh, you saying something," then they try to hurry up and come up with an excuse or some type of lie. So they're waiting for you to ask or address them about funds that they fucking told you that they was going to send you, right? So basically what they're doing is baiting you in, right? So you can ask about funds that they said that they were going to send you. So that way when they then they can say, I was trying to help. Like, so it's a turnaround. It's a way for them to play victim, right? So as soon as you get frustrated at the fact that they lied to you for 3 weeks about funds, after you get frustrated about it, then they try to flip it and make it about their feelings and emotions by trying to say, I was trying to help. I ain't have to do nothing. I ain't have to do any of that, so on and so forth. So that's what I think is happening right now. I think people are trying to falsely give me hope. So when I get frustrated about the false hope that they gave me, they can turn around and make a scene about it. The same way they did in the Discord. It's just a different game. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different game that they playing. So the same way that they did in the Discord, now they doing it with, you know, cohortions of the heart with the operation of funding. So it's like now they trying to tell me that they're going to help provide me with funding just to drag me out. So that way it can look like the funding collapsed, like I don't got support and I don't got the people, so on and so forth. But if I tell them, like, yo, don't worry about it, I'll go to somebody else, I'll get it from somebody else, they'll, no, 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 don't go to nobody else. We don't know who we can trust. We don't know da 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 da. So they try to make it so they eliminate all of your other resources to solely depend on them so they can make sure that it fails. Because remember, we not supposed to be around this long. They thought they been had us in the bag. They thought they been had us done up, you know? And when they thought it was over with for us, when they didn't know like what the hell was going on, right? Because they didn't hear from me. They stopped hearing from me for a couple of months and then I just popped back up, right? They thought they had everything taken care of then. They thought they had everything taken care of. Okay, Ralphdawise is out the way. We lied to him. We told him we was going to help him with the lawsuit. We told him we was going to do this, do that, da 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 da, and we got him out the way. Yes, not knowing the whole time I already knew. I already knew that you were playing us. I already knew you was playing us. I was just hoping that you would have a change of heart. I already knew that you was playing us. I was just hoping that you would have a change of heart, hoping that you would see how genuine we was, hoping that you would see how transparent I was, hoping you would see how real I was. I was hoping that after you seen everything, that you would be like, you know what? He's not the person that they made him out to be, right? But no, obviously you're one of the people that's trying to make me out to be a certain character, and that's why the help is never coming. That's why you're dragging me out. That's why you're playing this little game, right? Because it doesn't make sense for me to keep telling you that, oh yeah, we trying to do an event for the 11th, and then you drag me out all the way to the 8th. You dragged me out all the way to the 8th with hopes that this money was going to come so we can buy the shit that we need. And then soon as the 8th get here, now extension. Extend on the drag out. Why? Because now all you got to do is extend it past the 11th. You know you done already fucked up one event. So now you like, okay, he's got to push that back. And you probably contacting somebody else and telling them, oh, tell him not to have his event for 2 months, right? So now we see what's going on. I see the manipulation. I see the fucking levels of manipulation that's taking place. And it's weird as fuck. You said people lie to you and say they rock with you. People lie to you and say that they want to see you doing better. They want to see this, they want to see that. But really, they're the people who was placed there to help your situation fail from the inside out, from the inside out. I kept on trying to figure out, okay, you got Nick the Mountain Goat. Why is Nick the Mountain Goat still in touch with people that supposed to be fell out with Jaguar, but still rock with Jaguar? That's the same thing I said when I found out that you know, that this Michael person, Angel, Archangel Michael, whatever y'all call him, how was he still not blocked on Jag's page, but moderating for somebody else's page that fell out with Jag? That didn't make no sense to me. And people started saying, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to sit down and have a conversation with Archangel Michael. You mean the guy that was sitting in his living room with the axe saying that he wanted to harm y'all? That's the person y'all gonna sit down and have a conversation with. But y'all sitting here running around trying to make it seem like, Atlas Ralphdawise is such a bad fucking guy, but a guy set on live with an axe, right? When I stood up for y'all when it came down to Mike and shit like that, and still playing in my face. Like, it does not make sense to me. That's how I know that there has to be more NPCs, more non-playable characters, more bots than anything, because you guys are determined. I mean, just tell the truth. Is there a contract for my account? Like, are you guys assigned to me? Like, is that what it is? Are you guys assigned to deal with me and you guys can't get paid unless you guys deal with me? Like, what is it? What is it? Tell me, explain that shit to me. Explain it to me why you guys are faking to actually want the same thing I want in order to stay close. Why are you guys faking? Why are you guys faking? You guys want to pop up on the panels when I pop up on the panels to just try to make yourself look close to me. Just to try to make it look like me and you is something. No. Why are y'all faking like that? Why are y'all faking? You lying to me on the back end, but then on the front end, you want to be the guest that appears everywhere I fucking appear, so that way you can try to make yourself seem tied to me some type of way, and you act like nobody see it. You guys don't care about what the fuck going on outside of YouTube. So the only time I'm even relevant is when I'm on YouTube, because that's what you guys care about, the traction on YouTube, getting the attention on YouTube, right? I gave somebody a whole 10,000, 10,000, 10,000 followers on a TikTok page. They don't even fucking use the TikTok page. That means that you only took that page just to get it out of my hands, because you don't use the page. So that means you literally took a 10K TikTok page, a page where you can make an ass load of money at from people subscribing to you, right? And you can model clothes and all of that shit on there, right? And made an ass load of money. It's already connected to TikTok Shop and everything. All you got to do is just go over there, learn the TikTok, and you can make an ass load of money on TikTok. So how the fuck do I give you a 10K TikTok page where you can go make money at, and you still not over there making money? But you don't want to give the page back. Come on, man. That means you took the page with no fucking ambition, with nothing in mind. You just took the page. Why? Nah, give me that page back. Let me get that shit to somebody that can actually use that shit. That's 10K people. You could be building a whole fucking corporation with that page. But you so stuck on YouTube, you can't even see the possibilities of the page that I gave you. Let me get that page back. You're not even fucking using the page. Why not let me get it back? Let me give it to somebody that can use the shit. You took the page only to stop me from having a fucking page. You don't even use the TikTok page. Golden, I'm gonna put a name on it. Golden Queen, what the fuck did you take the page for? You're not even using the page. It ain't even like you come up on my page and support over there and use the page for that. You don't use the page at all. What did you take the TikTok page for? 10K followers. You don't even utilize it. You can be going live on TikTok and telling those people to come over to your YouTube page. But you so caught up playing the victim, you rather victim, 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 victim. You're not even seeing that you got a whole fucking TikTok page that you can cipher numbers from to come over to this page. You're not even trying to use it like that. So that means you just took the page just to get it out of my hands. So you already got a job. Your job is to stop me. That's your job. Your job got to be to stop me. If a motherfucker gave me a 10K page, I would be live over there every chance I get. Somebody gave you a 10K page and you ain't utilizing it. It's motherfuckers working to try to get 10K subscribers to a page, 10K followers to a page. People got pages for 6, 10 years and ain't getting that many people on a page. And here I am just hand it to you and watch you do nothing with it. This whole fucking time you had it. Damn near going on a year. 8 months at least. And I watch you do nothing with that page. Who you playing? Who you playing? I sat and I waited. I waited and I waited and I waited to see if you would do something with that page. 8 months, you still ain't do shit with that page. I could have gave it to somebody that wanted to do something with it. You so caught up in this YouTube shit that you can't even build another fucking life for yourself because you so caught up in this. Why not let me give the page to somebody that was actually going to make money with the page and contribute back to the Atlas network? Why? I gave it to you out of good faith. You know what I'm saying? Gave it to you out of good faith, and you ain't even using the page. You just using the page to spy on me more. Make that shit make sense, Golden. Make it make sense. You got a means to make fucking funds and get a whole new collective to come over to your YouTube. That's not what you're using it for. I even told you that all you got to do is sit on TikTok and build a page on TikTok and then tell them to go follow your YouTube page. And that's how you can get the numbers to siphon from your TikTok to your YouTube to help your YouTube grow. But you don't want to do that. So why not give me the page back? Why not just give me the page back? Why not just say, I don't know how to work TikTok. I don't know, da, 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 da. But I guarantee you do one thing. Now that I brought it up today, what you gonna do? Probably send me a message and say, oh, you right. I'm gonna start using that TikTok page more. Come on, man. Y'all keep on trying. Y'all really think that y'all are like outsmarting the situation. I gave you all of the means to get out of the Jaguar right sector. You don't want to get out of that sector. You're stealing shit as far as my spirituality goes, trying to be peaceful, doing all of that stuff. As soon as all of this shit hits, you make it seem like, oh, I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm going to talk about spirituality and da 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 da. And then as soon as I start talking about it, you're like, oh, these people getting on my nerves. I'm about to go off. They don't know who they fuck with. Da 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 da. Make up your mind. Make up your fucking mind. Playing with mine is not good for you. Trying to play with my mental is not good for you. Obviously, y'all see it's not good for y'all to keep on trying to play with my mental. Look at how many people done tried to play. Snoopy, Jess Risa, Nick the Mountain Goat, Jaguar, Danny Robinson. How many more y'all gonna keep on trying before y'all realize, like, oh shit, you can't play with his mind. You can't play on him. You guys place people in the Discord to plant stuff in the Discord so y'all can try to say that I did this or did that in the Discord. But nobody can actually say that I did this and did that in the Discord. All you guys say is he yelled at people not to trauma bond in the Discord. Yeah, I created a space. I'm trying to tell y'all that we don't trauma bond. That's it. Oh, he let other people yell at other people in the Discord. Hold on. First, you mad at me and saying I yelled at somebody in the Discord. Now you saying I allow other people to yell at people in the Discord. That's why I keep on saying, like, yo, be real. Be the same on the front end that you are on the back end. I'm the same person on the back end that I am on the front end. Don't play in my face. Don't like, but I'm watching these people. I'm watching these people play in my face. I'm watching these people. I'm trying not to say nothing about it, hoping that they change their mind, hoping that they don't do it, hoping that but they really think that they outsmarting me. They really think that they outsmarting me. Really think they outsmarting me. Motherfucker told me 10 days ago, oh, we gonna send you some money, blah, 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 blah. As soon as we da 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 da, we gonna send. I ain't say nothing about it. Why didn't I say nothing about it? Because I feel like they're waiting for me to mention it. You know how somebody say, "Yo, I'm gonna send you some money soon," right? And then you never see that money come through. And then when you mention it, like, "Yo, I thought you said you was gonna send me some money." I think that's what they're waiting for. I think they're waiting for me to mention it to them about how they said that they were going to send money. Or they're looking at the dates and they're trying to drag me out past a certain date so that way I ain't got the funds to help out, or I ain't got the funds to throw in a retreat or something like that. That's what they trying to see. They're trying to see where my funds is coming from and trying to lie to me and make it seem like they got some funds for me, so on and so forth. Like, come on, man. Who the fuck? Why? 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 Y'all got to make this shit make sense. And don't worry about it. When it's all exposed, you guys will see what I'm talking about. When it all get exposed, you guys will see what I'm talking about. But because I got some investigators and some other people looking into stuff, I'm not going to expose as much of it. But I promise you, when it all comes out, you're going to be like, damn, why was so many people playing in his life like that? Watch, when you see the list of names, you're going to be like, damn, why so many people invested in his and what he had going on? I don't know. I'm just a small content creator. But you got to ask yourself, why are these other content creators worried about what the fuck I got going on? You know what I mean? Damn, man, they got the land all tilted. We about to start planting shit in the ground. It's okay. I got a little bit of funding coming from TikTok. And then I probably can, let me see. Gotta pull some resources. I ain't tripping. I ain't worried about it like that. I ain't even mad at y'all. Fuck it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even mad at y'all. Everybody that lied and, oh, we got you, we got you. You know, I get it. You know, lie, try to make it seem like, oh yeah, I can come out there. I can da 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 da. Nah, cut it out. Y'all never wanted me to make it. Y'all thought y'all was gonna retell my story for me. That's what it was. These people put themselves in the Discord, put themselves close, try to make it seem like they was the second in command or second person next to me, just so they can go try to paint the story their way and try to be like, oh, I was the one, probably telling people that they were the one that did this for me or did that for me. I can imagine people out there doing that, trying to make it seem like they was the ones that looked this up for me or looked that up for me. Nah, I can show y'all my history of how I looked up everything, how I was the one posting the stuff in the that's why I accumulated so much evidence in the petty pocket. That's why I accumulated so much evidence in the petty pocket, because I was looking this shit up myself, right? The connections between Big Homie CC, that's all I was doing, was making the connections to these people. Why? Because in order for you to say that it's a RICO act or, you know, a organized crime, you have to put the connection there. And then once I got Jaguar on the panel to admit that she had spies, people that she used to get information this way, when she admitted that she sabotaged the whole Donat thing by getting like by, oh, who do you think told Donat that, you know, you was working for this person or you was hired by Love Jones? So you admit that you put these fraudulent lies out there in order to tarnish my character, reputation, whatever you want to call it, defamation of character. So all I did was get all of them to admit to the bullshit that they was doing, right? Even Maggie, she admitted that all of this stuff that took place from my Discord started because of her, right? Snoopy wouldn't have been snooping in the Discord if it wasn't for Maggie and Murph trying to look for a way to bring down the Discord, right? So Maggie and Murph set out a way to bring down the Discord, and then all these spies start popping up in the Discord, or Murph, or Donat and Murph, whatever, whoever the fuck conspired to try to bring down the Discord, right? It was a couple of different groups, right? But Murph was one of them, and Murph and Maggie was in love with each other at that time. So it was Murph and Maggie planning to take out the Discord, putting spies in the Discord from using spies from the Atlas network that Murph was cool with, and then using whatever other spies. On top of that, we had the Knot trying to take down the panel. So we had like Jaguar trying to take down the panel, the Knot trying to take down the panel, Maggie trying to take down the panel, and then Danny Robinson started trying to take down the panel. That don't seem odd to y'all that so many people came against a smaller content creator panel? Sherelle World, a half a fucking million subscribers over there, and they were worried about my page. They're not worried about my page. Come on, pay attention. A lot of shit we do gonna have consequences, but we gotta be ready for them. Emergency. Yeah. I just got out of surgery. I'm having problems with my heart and it won't work. I did some shit in my past and it's cursed. Oh, I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna take breath from me. I'm sipping this heat, just pain, but it ain't help. She's stressing. I pray to God that God have mercy. I'm living the crazy life. I just shot at a nigga for talking some shit on the gang. He paid the price. I was young in the rush for the money. Save my life. Say tonight. If you want that big shit, we can get rich quick. We can get paid tonight. Everybody go down, down. We go out. Shit, gotta think about it. 187. Heard about it. You know, you don't go to heaven. Gotta chalk that shit over. Fight my demons. Fight my demons. It's still, it's still. Fight my demons. Fight my demons. It's me. It's still demons. That's why I said, like, I was literally like trying to just allow people to be them, like out of good faith, just letting them like, yeah, eventually, they gotta see it. Eventually they gotta see it. Let's just continue our operation. Let's just continue moving forward with this with peace. And that's what I kept on telling everybody. Like, eventually they gotta see it. Eventually they gotta see it. And that was for the people that was like sent over here to try to sabotage, right? I was thinking like, maybe we can show them too. Like, maybe let them stay. That's why I always kept saying that in the Discord. When everybody was like, hey, we should get these people out of here that we know. I was like, no, let them stay. Let them see it too. It's like what Moses said, if my enemy can't see the promised land, I don't want to see it either, right? So if the promised land is not promised to everybody, then I don't want to see it, right? The same thing, I allow my enemies to do what they do, and I still feed them. I still try to wish good upon them, still try to want the best for them, so on and so forth, right? But I'm watching them. I'm still watching them. I'm still keeping an eye on them. You know what I mean? I'm not naive enough to where as though I still let them do the false operation. No, I let them stay close because why? I'm watching them. They don't think that I know. That's a good thing. When you play dumb, you know what I mean? When you play dumb, they don't think that you know. They don't think that you know because you playing dumb. So they think they outsmarting you. You know what I mean? Whether it be two, three, however many, they think they outsmarting you. So they like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna send some money, but I ain't never gonna send it. Right? This will put me in a bind. right? Because if somebody's telling me they're gonna send some money to me, and I'm telling, you know, I'm telling them like, all right, I got some money coming in. We're gonna use it for the fence, right? We're gonna use it for the goat fence, right? And then those funds never come. Who looked like they lied about the goat fence? Who looked like they lied? Me, right? So now I got people lying to me so I can go lie to other people, and then it falls back on me. So people telling me, oh, I'm gonna send you some money. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get this to you. I'm gonna get that to you. Da 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 da. Only so I can wait on them and they can make it fail. That's why this is happening. It's happening because they keep on trying to inquire, trying to lie and ask me, what is it you need? What did you need? Let us know. How much? Da 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 da. Right? So when I tell them how much, they know exactly how much to set me up to fail for. They know exactly how much to lie to me about and say that they got coming. Oh, I got it. I'm gonna get it for us. Don't worry about it. Just focus on everything else. Don't even worry about the funds. I'm gonna get it for us. That way, when it don't come through, who look like they fail? Who look like they lie? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I need honest people around me. I need people around me that want to see this manifest into something greater. I don't need people around me that want to lie to me and drag me out for 10 days, drag me out for however many days, all because they looking at the timeline of when I scheduled an event. Oh, he scheduled it for the 11th. Oh, okay. I'll tell him that I'll have the money on the 8th. And then when the 8th come, I'll drag him out further, which will then he'll have to push his event back and he can't do it on the 11th. And then that'll stop one event right there. And then he'll start feeling like a failure after that. Get the fuck out of here. What type of games is y'all playing? What type of weirdo games is y'all playing? Come on, man. And that's why I say your handshake ain't matching your smile. You giving me a fake smile, but your handshake ain't matching that smile. The shit you showing on the front end ain't matching that. The shit you showing on the front end ain't matching that. If it luckily it's not like I'm on the highway or something like that, because this type of shit get me stuck on the highway, especially if I'm telling people I'm in motion and everything that we doing and all the funds is going to this, right? So a motherfucker tell you that they gonna send you some funds and you can go ahead and get on the road, and then as soon as you get on the road, them funds never come through. And now you stuck on the highway somewhere with no fucking gas and no nothing. Why? Because you depended on somebody who gave you their word about something. And then you found out that their word was no good. But how did you find out? Because they left you high and dry somewhere. Well, I'm fighting these demons up in this. That's why I keep on asking people, like, yo, be honest. Like, be honest. Don't drag me out. Just be honest. You know what I'm saying? You can only be mad at yourself after that. Right. You can only be mad at yourself after that for allowing yourself to get set up like that. That's why I ain't never set myself up for nothing like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I want it. Look, tell me. If you can't do it, tell me you can't do it so I can find somebody that can do it. If you're not sure if you can do it, tell me you're not sure that you can do it. So I won't put all my eggs in one basket, as they say. But they'll tell you, like, nah, nah, nah. You don't have to go to nobody else. You don't have to ask nobody else. I got you, right? Which will eliminate you searching or asking for it, right? And then when they don't got you, they got you because they tricked you, right? So they tell you not to ask for the funds because they're going to provide the funds, which I don't want more funds than what I'm using for the situation. So it's not like I'm asking for an over abundant amount of funds because that's not how this operates. I ask for what we need when we need it, right? So when somebody say, "Oh, they're gonna come through," or whatever the case may be, I stop. I don't ask for that anymore because if I say, "All right, we need excess amount of money," and then somebody say, "I got you on that," why continue to ask for excess amount of money if that person already said they got you? Right? That's where it comes to people being true to their word. right? A lot of people ain't true to their word because they already gave their word to somebody else, to whether it be to destroy your page, whether it be to take down your page. Hell, they might even got payment. They might have already got paid to take down your page or help take down your page, right? And it's just dragging out. Right now, this is like extra time for them because we were supposed to be done up with that whole Freeman situation. We wasn't supposed to make it out of that. We ain't even supposed to be on YouTube right now, I guess, according to their storyline. Especially not at Cabo's Landing building. Danny Robinson already tried to tarnish that. And everything that we do now is basically a slap in the face for all the lies that they put out there. You know what I mean? Now this proves that people, interfere with business endeavors. It proves that defamation of character. It proves, because if we stayed true to our same operation, then that means everybody who spoke and made it seem like we were doing this and we were doing that, guess what? You'll most likely, once everything go in place and we find a lawyer to take the case, because right now we could just subpoena the court, but we gotta find a lawyer to take it. Hopefully pro bono. If not, 5,000 to retain a lawyer. But I'll figure all of that out. I ain't gonna ask the internet for funds for that. I'm gonna figure all of that out. And then the lawsuits that's gonna get pushed out there. So right now it's just about building all of the information that will be needed, providing all of the information, the players that's involved, so on and so forth. So that's all I'm doing now is putting together the players that's involved. Whether it be, cyber gang or whatever, it's still an operation of, or organized crime. Only mad, only mad a self. Only mad a self. I don't know what that means. Like, you can only be mad at self. Yeah, you're right. When you allow yourself to depend on somebody else and that don't go through, you can only be mad at yourself. It's like skipping out of a bus, skipping out on a bus trip because somebody said that they were going to take you to work and then they never take you to work. You can only be mad at yourself. Should have got on a bus. You depend on somebody else. Golden, man, what is you doing with that TikTok page? Because I can give that page to somebody that can make money off of it, that can use the TikTok shop in order to um put merchandise out there so they can get a certain percentage from that. It's 10K followers on that page. At 5,000 followers, the TikTok shop was opened up. um if you look into the messages, you probably see messages from people who want to collab and want you to do stuff, but you ain't paying attention to TikTok. You don't care about TikTok, so therefore you don't know how to work TikTok. So how about you give me that page back so I can give it to somebody that actually want to use it? Because you 8 months with that page and you're not using it at all. And somebody else could have literally, like, probably got themselves out of poverty with that page. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to use it. I get it. You want to focus on building on YouTube. I get it. But the whole time, it's a 10K TikTok page that somebody can be growing on and making money off of. TikTok pays out the 15th of every month. If they start doing battles over there, they can get paid every week. All you need is, if you got excess amount of money for a battle, every thousand is like $7. Every thousand coins over there is $7. You can literally go look at your balance. If you're getting gifts or something over there, you can go look at your balance and see how much money you got. You can have it paid out, excess amount of money. Every time $100 hit, you can have it paid out to your PayPal every Wednesday or whatever. And all you got to do is sit over there and just click the battle button, click battle with somebody, people you don't know, just pop up. Oh, you want to battle? Hit the battle button. Hit the battle button. That's it. And you could just make money over there. Come on, I can give that account to somebody that can actually learn it and use it. Like, I get it, you know, I get it, you know, but just taking the account off of me just to take the account, but not use the account. Like, that don't make sense to me. Like, you might as well just give the account to somebody that can actually use the account. You took the account for no reason with no intentions of using it. Like, and I watch for 8 months, 8, 9 months go by. I watch you not use this account at all. That's like a slap in the face. I put, I put at least 10 months, if not more, into building that account, sitting on live with that account, doing follow for follow, sitting on live for hours to get the people to follow that account to get it to 10K. That's not no bot account. I never paid for no numbers on that account. That's legitimate hours I put in on TikTok, sitting there, building that account. You know what I'm saying? You that's like a slap in the face. That's like all my hard work. Like, fuck your hard work. That what you telling me. Fuck your hard work. Like, I can give that to somebody that will actually grow on TikTok and want to build a community on TikTok, or at least get followers from TikTok to go to their YouTube, something. You're not using it for nothing. For nothing at all are you using it. Except to this shit is bad, man. The other person I gave the account to, she using the account for gaming. One of the other people I gave the account to, I gave one to her, gave one to her boyfriend. I don't see her boyfriend live that much. Oh no, her boyfriend did hit me up the other day and asked me how. I think he did. Yeah, he did call me. Said something was wrong with his Call of Duty account. Had to walk him through some steps to get his Call of Duty account back. And then she hit me up. She's back gaming right now. She's back on the game right now. She said she had to take a break for a while. I guess she fell out or something, but I see the what comes pop up for her all the time. What is her gamer tag name? Lil Bo Peep or some shit. It's not really Lil Bo Peep. But she's gaming and she built her Twitch off the account. She used the 6K account to build her Twitch. She's got over like 200 people on Twitch right now, supporting her from. But that's why I said I try to tell Golden you can use the account to help build your YouTube account. Just go live over there and then tell people to go follow your YouTube. The same shit, with anything else. If controversy sells, why y'all ain't taking none of that controversy talk over to TikTok? You know what I'm saying? Unless it's governed, unless you that's why I keep on saying, like, I get it. Nah, in order for us to build a network, we got to get the right people that want to support the network. We can't build a network if people are trying to, like, it's like basically like having electric and your next door neighbor don't got electric. So what they do is they just hook up to your electric and siphon your numbers. You know what I'm saying? That's what they doing. Like, in order for us to build the network, we got to get the collective that want to build a network. If the collective inside the collective want to just siphon numbers, steal numbers, tear the group down, we'll never get to the network part. We got to fix the collective first. We got to fix the group first and then get the right people. Then the network's going to build itself because everybody will be pouring back into it. Everybody will be like, oh, I'm going to get 5 more people to come over to the Discord. I'm going to get 5 people to come over to the Discord, right? We'll start challenging each other to see how many more people we can get to build a network. We don't have that right now. We're divided right now. We're divided. We got people inside the circle that don't really want to help us grow, but they're staying close so they can be relevant. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up. I never said Golden was a spy. And if you really want to say Golden is a spy, then yeah, maybe you should ask if Golden is a spy. Maybe you should ask. Don't try to put it on me. Don't try to put your question into my shit. Don't try to put like, oh, Golden, he said you was a spy. Why? No, you're saying that. I told Golden she, are you a spy? So is that a question to Golden or a question to me? I don't even know what you asking now, Green Star. Why are you asking Golden if she a spy? And who would she be spying on? Who would she need to spy on? There's nothing to spy on. You can't spy, even in Discord. If it's an open Discord, you can't spy. It's not a private place. This is a open platform. You can't spy in an open platform. Everybody's welcome to come over here. So where are y'all getting the word spy from? In order to be a spy, you have to sneak into something private or not access to other people. No, you guys called yourselves spies when Just Risa said I was the spy in the Discord. I told people in the Discord we got spies in here because they were taking information out of the Discord to other places, right? So how did I call you a spy? What was your name in the Discord? Who was you in the Discord at the time? Was you guys not recording stuff from the Discord and taking it to use content? Did you guys not try to go take screenshots from the Discord and use it for content? Did you guys not make up lies about the Discord? Did Blueberry not come out and expose Snoopy for sending 4 people to the Discord? Did She Paint not come out and expose the Knot for sending people to the Discord? Did Lady T not come out and expose the Knot for sending people to the Discord? I don't see how y'all can have all these different groups that sent people to the Discord, but then still consider yourself not a spy. If someone sent you over there to find out something, then I think you already a spy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If somebody said, go to the Discord and find out whatever you can find out, bring back screenshots and recordings of their voice channel. What do you consider yourself? A menacing bystander? When you go and operate and do somebody else's dirty work, what do you consider yourself, Green Star? What would you consider yourself? If people already came out, if She Paint came out and said the Not wanted people to get in your Discord and trauma bond, right? If you seen RC117, if you seen Powwow, you seen all these people coming in the Discords trying to trauma bond, right? If you witnessed it, right? If you was there for it, right? She Paint came out and said the Not was sending people to the Discord to trauma bond, right? Lady T came out and said the Not was sending people to the Discord to trauma bond, right? You said these women is your problem because when we tried to talk to you, they kicked us out before we said anything. So, once again, you are holding me accountable for someone else's actions. Is that what you're saying? So somebody else felt like they needed to do something, so on and so forth. So now you holding me accountable for their actions. But I thought I was the controlling one. I thought I was the cult leader and all of that shit. So how y'all holding me accountable for somebody else's actions? You see what I'm saying? You can't say that it's a cult and then try to say, oh, you can't keep your dogs in check. That's because it's not a cult. I'm not in control of these people. These people are human beings who's in control of themselves. Make it make sense that you telling me to keep somebody in check or control somebody, but then you going around saying that I'm controlling people. I don't know. I think Green Star is back and forth. Like I don't know. I don't know who Green Star is. I think Green Star might be Snoopy or Snoop. I don't know who she support. I seen Green Star in um Maggie's chat. I seen Green Star and I think Lady Latissa's chat. I don't know. They just people. They just people. You know what I mean? I don't know these people. I thought Green Star and Golden was cool. Wasn't they on the Maggie's panel together? Oh no, that wasn't Green Star up there. That was Star. I don't know. I don't know these people. I snapped on you because of Rock Nation. That doesn't even make sense, Green Star. That's how I know that you are a fictional character because what you just said doesn't even make sense. I could not snap on you in VC because of Rock Nation. That does not make sense. That doesn't make sense. In fact, during the time of the whole situation with Freeman, I wasn't even in the Discord. That's how I know you're lying because when the Freeman shit took place, wasn't even in the Discord. Go look back and see the last message in the Discord. Matter of fact, let me go look back and look at the last message in the Discord. You can't do it. Only I can. Because you're not in the Discord. Okay. I'm about to go back to the voice channel right now. Energy Center voice channel. 8/23, August. 8/23. That was Nasir's birthday. 8/23/25 was the last message in the Discord. Katya's message in there. This is when Katya was asking me, Ralph host a debate between Nico and someone opposing one of his theories, right? So this is around the time that we was trying to do the blend thing with Nico and everything like that when we did the thing with Nico. All right. So that was 8/22. The last message is 8/23. I'm going back to it now. I'm reading it now. I'm reading it now. I'm in the look. I'm in the old channel, the old voice channel, reading it now. I'm reading it now. I'm going back now. You know, the concept of it is like y'all act like there wasn't a lot of people playing in the Discord and there wasn't a lot of spies. Even as all the spies come out and tell you that they were spying in the Discord and doing, you know, certain things in the Discord, you still trying to make it seem like I just snapped on a bunch of innocent people. That's what's crazy to me is that you still keep on trying to make it seem like I just went off on a bunch of innocent people when you already know all of the people that was in the Discord line, the QQs, the Vampies, the Taras, the RC117, like you already know. So if the shoe don't fit, I don't even see how you got it on your foot. If the shoe didn't fit, if you was there for all the right reasons and everything that you said you was there for, I don't even see how you got this shoe on your foot right now, making it seem like I snapped on you. Unless you just want to be a part of something, you know? Because I don't see no message on here where I said Green Star, you're this, that, and the third. I don't see no messages on here of that nature. So you're lying. That's why I say you're lying because you sitting there trying to make it seem like I just went off on a bunch of innocent people, right? And you know for sure, Green Star, the only reason why you even over here right now is so that you can go back to the group that you going back to, or basically when they go live later, you're going to be like, yes, I was in his live telling them off. You're only here right now so you can try to either get kicked out or interact so that way you can go back to another platform and tell them how your interaction was over here. Listen, Green Star. Listen, I'm trying to help you out here. When you go back to the VC channel, right? When you go back to the VC channel got a chat log, ma'am. It has a chat log. A lot of people I was responding to in voice, they were typing in the chat log in the VC channel, right? So when you go into the VC channel, right, there is a chat log. Did you ever click on the message box for the VC channel to see the chat log? There's a chat log. What are you talking about? I'm trying to see your name pop up in here, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm trying to see where your name pops up at. I see Monty, I see Trent, I see SOS, I see Amy. Where's your name popping up? You didn't type nothing in the Discord. You ain't never say nothing to nobody in the Discord. That's what you telling me? That you was there, but you ain't never say nothing to nobody? That what you telling me? You ain't never say nothing to nobody in the Discord? You ain't never talked to nobody in the Discord? You ain't never typed one message in the Discord, Green Star. Huh? If you ain't typed one message in the Discord, what was you in the Discord for? Is this you? Green Eye Snowflake? No, that ain't you. You ain't Green Eye Snowflower. That ain't you. I'm trying to see where was you at in the Discord? What was your name in the Discord? Please tell us that. Tell us your name in the Discord. Somebody tell me this person's name in the Discord because I'm looking through the chat. I'm looking through the chat of all the channels and I don't see this person's name in the Discord to try to make it seem like I snapped on them in the Discord. And remember, when we was, everybody was putting emojis in when we was playing music in the Discord, when we had our little music sessions and stuff. You know how when I wake up in the morning, I'll put some music on and stuff like that. Like we had somebody in there that was playing a flight simulator. You remember that? Dude would sit there and play his flight simulator and show y'all what he was building, the aircrafts and stuff, right? This going all the way back to February. I don't see your name. I see RC117. He deleted his name. I see Nosy Lee. This is going back to January. Going all the way back to January. Nosy Lee, like Keys. Where are you at? Go to the very top. I go to the very top of it, going all the way back to the first message was put in there. Cream of wheat, 11/28/24. Then Keys. You're not there. Interesting. Interesting. You're not there. Interesting. Right? Let's go to the main channel. Let's go to the cyber. Yeah, what's your name in there? I could look it up when you first came in. You see, they got up out of here as soon as they heard that I can look up the log. As soon as they heard I can look up the log and look through it, they got up out of here. Why you think that is? Hmm? Why you think that is? No, unless her name was Dragoness. Dragoness. I think that's Jenny, right? Nope. Maria Curls. Nope. Jane. Oh, you right. I mean, it would be stupid, but sometimes that's where people take desperate measures. Okay, let's go back and see. Amanda, LOL, we think alike. Amanda, I'm gonna spank you for making me see this. Amanda, I was still shocked on the other part. Oh, okay. Thanks, Amanda. So you got Jenny or Jane, Sassy, and Maria, Sneaky Pokey. Those are the people who responded to this Amanda person. But I don't think that's the person. Let me see. I gotta go to the AOA. Yeah, let me go to the AOA real quick. Let me go to the AOA chat log. All right. SOS. See? Who the F told us the trauma bond? See? Oh, nah, Green Star is in there. I'll watch Barney at this point. Yeah, Green Star 25. Mm-hmm. Is that her? Green Star 25? I got you on the log. Anything, Sassy, please. Dang, I miss it. He was too funny. Uh, that was Sassy's job, LOL. Craig/Greg has not been located, but I sure hope he pops up somewhere. Now, mind you, this is you right here. This is you typing in the chat. It don't seem like you was having no problems with nobody. It looked like all of y'all was getting along, right? So I don't see where this story took a turn for whatever it is that you saying it took a turn for, right? Even at the bottom, let me see, your last message. That's why I say y'all just made up stories after everything. That's why I say y'all make up stories about shit because it doesn't even make sense. You trying to say somebody was snapping on you, blaming it on Rock Nation. I didn't even know who the fuck you was in the Discord to be snapping on you. None of y'all. I didn't know who none of y'all was in the Discord. So that's how I know you're lying. That's how I know you're lying. RC117, Dan T. You look like you was laughing, having a good time. You putting emojis out there. Yes. Um, if the knot wasn't locked up, would be much worse. Um, yeah, I don't see you having a problem. You put the emoji up of um if Snoop wait, I want you to think about this, Green Star. If Snoopy sent 4 people to the Discord, is that all 5 of y'all that you're talking about? I want you to think about this. Blueberry Street already said Snoopy sent 4 people to the Discord, right? So now you got you, Venti, Sassy Paul, and Snoopy. That's the 4 people that you talking about. Think about what you saying. I never fell out with none of y'all. I left the Discord and was letting y'all watch movies in the Discord at this point. Sassy Pawn them was playing movies in the Discord at this point. Right. Like you trying to make it seem like you keep on saying all 5 of y'all. You mean all 5 of y'all that was sent over there? What are you talking about? Are you serious? The 5 people that was sent over there? It was way more people in the Discord. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, literally, you can go to Sassy Paws. Like, hold on. Let me show you how easy this shit is. You ain't even in the Discord. Let me see something. Yeah, April the 3rd was when you made your account. You've been a member since April the 3rd. So you made your account just to come into this Discord, just to come into my Discord, right? You have no mutual friends. You're not in no other groups in Discord. Literally, you made your account just for this Discord, man. Ma'am, you made your account just for this Discord. You're not in another group on Discord or any of that. Like, this was the sole purpose of you making this account. Jane made her account April 21st, right? Come on. Discord is so smooth. You can literally click on people and see exactly mutual friends, everything. You can see if they're in any other groups. You can see how long they've been on there, all of that. You can see all of that shit right there. You can't hide it. You know what I'm saying? I never fell out with you in the Discord. You are making up a fallout in the Discord. Even if I came in the Discord and I was mad about something that was happening, I never took that shit out on nobody in the Discord. I told people in the Discord, don't trauma bond. Don't give out your information. People are trying to find out this, find out that, right? Make it make sense. It don't make no sense that you sitting here talking about all five of us. All five of who? How is people still in the Discord? How is people still following me if everybody in the Discord, all five people? Name the five people, man. Name the five people that was in the Discord that day. And I guarantee you lying. And you know how I know you lying? Because the list of conversations, Imani was in the Discord all the time, right? Um, so it was three people that was Hummingbird was in the Discord all the time. Um, They were in the voice channel all the time. You know? You talking about what do we have that you want to spy on? That would be up to you. That would be whatever it is that you was in the Discord for. You get what I'm saying? That would be for whatever reason you was in the Discord for. If you was in the Discord to if you was in the Discord for the right reasons, you'll still be in the Discord. I want you to think about that. It's not about what you were spying for, what we got to spy on. It's who was you spying for? You just said five people, right? We know that Snoopy sent four other people. So you're telling on yourself. We know that Snoopy and four other people was sent to the Discord, right? So you're telling on yourself. Snoopy plus four other people equals five people. Why can't you name the five people? I'm trying to figure out what's y'all end game. I'm trying to figure out what you keep on trying to make it seem like I won off on y'all about Rock Nation. That does not make sense. The two things that you're saying don't make sense because when I was going off about Rock Nation, it was about the Freeman Farm thing. Nobody in the Discord had nothing to do with the situation that was going on the farm because that was a physical situation. That's how I know what you're saying makes no sense. See? No, I'm not. I was not in oh, so you wasn't in contact with Snoopy then. You got in contact with Snoopy afterwards. Of course. I just mysteriously you got in contact with Snoopy afterwards. Okay. I don't know if they paid. I don't know what they paid for. You got to ask Snoopy and the four people she sent. Remember, at that time, Jess Risa was in the Discord, and Jess Risa came out on Maggie's panel and said that she was spying for Murph or Jess Reese, whatever her name is. And then you had Nick the Mountain Goat. So you had people that were spying in the Discord, and they were saying who they were sent from. Some people were sent from Denot. Some people were sent from Murph. Some people was I don't know. She would have to tell the truth and say who the fuck she was sent from. We're not slow because you're not telling us anything, ma'am. You're not telling us anything. You're not really telling us anything. You're not telling us how you came about, where you came from. You're not telling us, you ain't even telling us what we fell out about. You just trying to say I went off on you about Rock Nation. Weird as hell. That don't even make sense. You try I couldn't go off about Rock Nation because Rock Nation wasn't in the Discord. Danny Robinson followers might have been in the Discord, and maybe that's the deflection that you're making, but it doesn't even make sense what you're saying. The shit you saying don't even make sense. You can't say what I said. You can't say what I said to the 5 people that you saying I cursed out. What did I say? What did I say? Tell me. See, you would rather try to keep on deflecting, arguing with other people, arguing with, other people in the comment section and so on and so forth, but you really don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? You don't make sense. That's why you keep deflecting. That's why you keep going to this comment or that comment. That's why you keep deflecting. You don't make sense. You literally created something and now you have to run with that false creation because you know you created a problem out of nowhere. You see? Look, now you're trying to argue with her. Please do not respond to Green Star. Do not respond to Green Star. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because she want to be able to go back to that, so she want to go back to that circus and say, I interacted with them. I was over there. I was going at it with all of them. You want this is a thrill to you. You have no like you really have no dog in the fight. You want to put yourself in this fight. And that's why you're trying to build the content now while you're over here because you can't address any previous issues. So you're trying to make an issue now so you can say you got an issue. That's why you keep on talking. If I went off on you, why you keep on going back to Soul Sparkles? Why you keep on trying to address her? That doesn't make sense. If you saying the reason is I went off on you in the Discord, but you're not addressing me, the person that went off on you. You're addressing somebody in the comment section. You're addressing another Atlas, collective member in order to try to create a problem now. So that's what you can run with because you can't tell me what your problem is. You have none. You're trying to create one now. All of you guys thought that we disappeared and we was done and y'all was going to go paint some type of story about whatever. And now that we pop back up showing y'all the truth, now y'all want to try to create a problem now. You don't have no problem. You don't have a problem. I go back and look at your messages. You was getting along with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Happy to be in the Discord. But when the Discord dispersed, now you want to try to make it seem like, well, no, before we can come talk to you about it, they kicked us out. So you wanted to come talk to me. That's what you're telling me. You saying that they kicked you out before you can come talk to me. So you wanted to talk to me about something, but here you are not talking to me about nothing. But you blaming it on somebody else that they kicked you out before you can talk to me about something. So before you had a chance to talk to me about anything, you got kicked out. So how do you have an issue if you got kicked out before you got a chance to talk to me about something? That does not make sense, ma'am. Please say something that makes sense. You wanted to talk to me about something, you got kicked out before you can talk to me about something. So therefore, you had no issue with me because before you can address a made up issue, you got kicked out, right? You're not making sense. I need you to say some stuff that makes sense. And that's why every time I talk, you don't respond, but you're trying to entice other people in the comment section. Come on. That's why you came over here talking about some Golden. He said you was a spy. Come on. You didn't even come over here and address no issue. The first thing you said was he said you was a spy. That's the first thing you say. You didn't say, "Hey, no, no, no." Actually, the first, no, no, that wasn't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think the first thing you said was Golden. He thinks you're a fly, a spy. That was the first thing you said. Oh my God. Oh my God. Not the follow up. Not the follow up. Dun 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 dun. I'm here to save my girl. Like, not the, you went and got another account. This how you know this the same person. They went and got their other account to come in here. This is how you know they delusional. This is they went and got backup to come in here to further try to create an issue. This tells it all. This tells it all right here. Just you typing that tells it all. What? Dollar bill, everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down, down, down. Where you go out? Gotta think about it. 187. You are forever. Gotta talk that shit over. Hey, fight my demons, fight my demons, so many demons. It's me against these demons, against these demons. Fight my demons, fight my demons. Fight. It's me against these demons, 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 demons. Oh, I'm fighting demons, but he's going. I'm fighting demons. Say they would have been up under my coat. Get hit in the spleen if you want to smoke. That money be greens on. You see how far their responses are from each other? You see how far Green Star response is from the other person response? Because you got to keep switching accounts. You know what I'm saying? Yo, she didn't want to call for backup. Let me see y'all both type at the same time. Both of y'all type. I'm gonna say a word, and both of y'all type the word I say. Okay. All right. I'm gonna see. All right. I'm gonna say a word. Type car. Both of y'all type car right now. Type both of y'all type car. Both of y'all just put car in at the same time right now. Look, car. Both of y'all. Go ahead. Niggas so clean, I used to be. Remember they laughed at me, they told. Hitting the ball and nigga they told. Say it was turn that nigga you know. My little nigga don't wanna know. I no cold, no cold. My nigga follow me. I stand on my word. They stand by the gospel. They say I'm on the space for the compliment. I see it there. Open y'all like company. Build the gang. Get rich, fit, competent. Don't wanna hear that shit. I gotta kill shit. Lethally militant. I can get ignorant. We not considerate. Niggas do silly shit. We get to drilling shit. Guilty and innocent. Don't give a fuck about a bystander. I can pull up in the Highlands. Don't take no slander. Don't take no slander. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down, down, down. Hey, y'all make sure y'all hit the three buttons up in the corner, the three little dots in the corner. Find that thumbs up button or hit the thumbs down button. It don't matter if you hit the thumbs up button or the thumbs down button. Uh and Q, I know that ain't QQ, do you love me? I know that's not QQ, do you love me? I know that's not QQ, do you love me? I know that's not that person. I know that person didn't just change their name, and don't tell me that's QQ, do you love me? Huh? Is that QQ? Do you love me? Huh? Is that you? Cause we all know you was a spy. We all know you was a spy. Huh?
All right, so I'm gonna stay out of the chat for now because I'm not sure if you're talking to me or not. I am under the belief that if anyone has a problem with me, that they'll say it directly to me.
Mind you, this was her starting shit in the Discord talking about something. I'm under the belief that if somebody got a problem with me in the Discord, they'll say it to me, right?
My name, they'll message me, they'll call me, whatever, and be like, yo, Nita, check this, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not sure if the vibe that you're giving right now in the complete chat is for me or not, but because of the fact that I care and I appreciate the space that you've created, and I also am trying to learn and grow, I want to ask directly if this is what's going on. Because of the fact that I know that you have not received me or my humor in the way that I intended it previously. So it might be me, I'm not sure. Please do not assume that I'm trying to be an asshole or something. I'm really not.
Hey, whoever's speaking, they know who's speaking. Whoever's speaking, they recognize their own voice. You know what I'm saying? They in here right now, they recognize their own voice. They can tell you if it's them speaking or not, you know?
And like I said before, we might just be apples and oranges, which is fine. My brother is an apple and I'm an orange too. Um, so I'm trying to figure out and learn because I see that your intention is to help and heal and teach. And in that method of teaching,
No, it's not Van.
asking,
I will tell you that. It's
what
Van.
is it about me? Okay? Please understand that.
Hmm. 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 I wonder, is that person? Hmm? Is that you? Is that you? Hmm? I told you, see, the receipts don't lie. You know, the receipts don't lie. Y'all can keep on coming up with whatever storyline y'all want to come up with, but the truth will remain the same. You can't come over, oh, I see what you're trying to do. I see you're trying to create a great space. I see that you're trying to educate and such and such and such and such, and then say, I had a problem with y'all. Make that what? They don't even go together. I was trying to get y'all from stop fighting other people in the Discord because y'all was coming in trying to cause problems with people in the Discord. And then when people address y'all, y'all would sit there and try to have this fallout in the Discord and then blame it on me. You would try to have a fallout with people in my Discord and then blame it on me. Make it make sense. You act like you were in Discord doing everything to get along with everybody in the Discord, and I just had a problem with you getting along with everybody in the Discord. All of a sudden, you, then you just, huh? You was just over there doing everything to get along in the Discord. Nah, I think that was the backup. I think that was the backup, QQ or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That was the backup. The backup that she got to come in here to back her up. That's why I said, like, the five of them know who they are. That's why she didn't put the names in there. You know what I'm saying? She didn't put the names because she knows that if she would have put the names, I can go back and show y'all that these people was the spies, was the people that was trying to cause problems with other women in the Discord, sitting there trying to send me back messages to try to make it seem like they was interested in me to see if I hit on them. Huh? Some of them was boy girls trying to see if I would hit on them. Vampy telling me about going to her Discord and looking at breastises and shit, trying to see if I hit on her. right? Um, um, Divine Masculine, whatever his name was, trying to see, oh, I'm trans. Are you okay with that? I don't give a fuck what you are, right? Then you had RC 117. Then you had the Francisco dude. Francisco comes in there. I really like Ralph, and all to make the not jealous, right? He seen that She Paint did it, right? So then all the not little lovers start coming over there to try to make the not jealous because they seen that, by attaching yourself to me, he get jealous. So all of them was like, I'm going to his Discord. Come on now. Come on. Why y'all playing? Why y'all playing? Like we didn't see this. What y'all really mad about is that we was so many steps ahead of it. That's what y'all really mad about. Y'all thought I was lying when I said we was 20 steps ahead of y'all. Y'all thought I was lying when I said that. So all y'all wanted to, keep on doing the little infringement thing, whether you were sent by Blanca, whether you were sent by the Knot, whether you were sent. That's why you can't never say who you were sent from. Because it was people sending people from all different directions to the Discord. You know? Why you think they not here now? Hmm? Where they at? Where they at? I play one receipt, they disappear. I play one receipt. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The receipts are in, you know. Just because y'all lost access to the Discord, I never lost access to the Discord. You know what I'm saying? I never lost access to the Discord. I still got access to that Discord. I can still go back in that Discord. I can play the recordings of some of the stuff that y'all sent me. Like, it ain't no biggie. It ain't no biggie. You got to remember all the games that y'all played, you know? You got to remember the games that y'all played. Y'all was contacting people, you know? Y'all was doing that. I didn't know y'all was contacting people on the back end like that. The people started exposing y'all. An investigator. I reported most of it to an investigator. The FBI don't look into stuff like that. Well, if they do, but ain't no crimes. It's a certain internet, what you call 'em, for cyber stalkers and stuff like that. So it's a certain branch, I guess you can say. But that's why I've been accumulating all of the back messages, evidence, all of the proof. You know, Does a good job here, and I'm still legal married. So this is why I give y'all the proof. I've also looked into doing a freelance music so I can work for myself. So mind you, this was right after the Knot came back from Brazil, Dubai, wherever the fuck he said he went. Right, this is right after that. When Francisco, whatever his name is, came over to the Discord trying to trauma bond, talking about, oh yeah, the Knot wanted people to come over here to trauma bond, but that's not what I'm over here for, blah 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 blah. Come on, man. I am very disappointed.
I really felt like I found my tribe.
Okay, well, Green Star is not in here no more. Go finish stalking Green Star.
Just you guys felt like I was really connected to just mentioning what was on. I promise you, sent on a mission from the. I was just explaining the situation. You guys said you wanted to hear the teams, so I just wanted to.
Mind you, the not paid him to come over and
And I would see that I am to, to try to disrupt what you guys got going on over here. I mean, if there's a shit over here, it's probably not a place for me anyway. Like I said, I was honest with you guys. I wanted to come over to try to.
they know they still in here because all of them is a part of the group. Right? They got to get the information that they need in order to go back and create a panel. This is all about creating a page. This shit has nothing to do with me. This is about them creating a page. And, they lost a bunch of players that was in the game, that was involved. They got to create new players. Atwood's got to create new players in the game because they lost a bunch of them beefing with us. Murph, we exposed so many of them that was connected to the black T sector. So they had to put and infiltrate new players into the game. You know what I mean? How do you think they getting interviews with this group or that person or that person or this person? Because it's already a network involved. They already, the same way Atwoods was putting Rockefellers out there to attach themselves, the same way that big homie CC came out with this person that he paid for. They started paying for people off the streets, people that really need help. They started telling them, like, all you got to say is this, that, and the third. That's why they wanted to erase the history so they can rewrite the history and put faces to the stories that already was out there. That's what they do. You know what I mean? The story that's already out there, they just try to go and put a face to it because they already built that character. They already created that character. They know that character don't exist. So then they go get a face to play that character. All right, I need you to play Cassandra or whoever they need you. I'm not saying Cassandra's story was fake because I think that was a real story, but I'm just saying, other stories. Like Atwoods.
TikTok channel to other my family members, my friends. I have posted his TikToks on my Instagram. I have denied that Ralph is intelligent. Ralph is a good leader. He really is dropping gems. And I really feel like I have a lot to learn from him. I really do feel like I'm misunderstood in this situation. And I would totally understand how to move and how to conduct myself to be in the Discord. I really like this Discord chat. I really like this group. I genuinely do like Ralph. Like I said, after I went on Magic's channel one explained the situation, explained the side, I genuinely did like him. Felt like I wanted to follow him, and that's why I followed him on TikTok. Did not said to me today that I would not learn anything from Ralph and that he helped to build Ralph and all this stuff. And I don't believe that. But
Mind you, think about how he's telling on himself, right? He's saying, the Knot told me today that I wasn't going to learn anything from Ralph and so on and so forth. So you talking to the Knot and you telling the Knot, I'm in there. I'm in his Discord, blah, 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 blah. And the Knot saying whatever he's saying. So if you not sent from this person, if this person didn't send you, whatever the case may be, why are you reporting back to them that you in my Discord, so on and so forth, around the same time that it's coming out that he's planning people in my Discord to go trauma bond. And then all of a sudden he comes over there trauma bonding, telling us about his stories about how his wife is this and the knot is using this over him and da 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 and so on and so forth. So you pretty much telling us that you're forced to come over here and trauma bond because he's going to expose your DL life to your wife and kids and so on and so forth. So now you're forced to come over here and trauma bond with us because he's going to expose you and you possibly can lose your papers to Dubai or whatever the fuck he was talking about. That's what I was trying to avoid in the Discord. This is the shit that I was trying to avoid in the Discord.
Just, wow. I totally misunderstood the situation, and I understood it's happened.
Because this is the Knot's boyfriend.
Just
Listen, listen. He tells on himself. Watch.
John, my ex-wife has a good job here.
My ex-wife has a good job here.
It's doing the best for her. And also my son lives here, so I have to be very conservative. So basically all I do is like stay in the house. I just go to the beach sometimes. Social at work. I have lots of friends at work, and
The
I have
guy from Brazil. Yes. Listen to what I'm saying. The not blackmail him. Mind you, he telling you, my wife, my ex-wife, my wife still lives there, da 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 da, so on and so forth. Right? They probably don't know. They probably don't know.
person. Like I'm an
His
extrovert.
name was Carl.
Also, I'm just a loner to the max. So I just find that balance, you know. And so, like this kind of stuff is where I have my balance because it's like I can socialize with people, but I can still be in my home. So that's why I love the Discord chat that you guys had. I really enjoyed it. So I was really bummed out because, like I said, I really felt like I found my tribe. But maybe you guys will accept me back into the fold later when I show improvements, you know, if I behavior and show improvements in like my, you know, well being and stuff like that. So hopefully, right.
I
Thank
don't
you so
know.
much for your support and your advice. And like I said, I really, really did like you. Like I like your no nonsense attitude. I like how you talk. Um, yeah, I just think I was misunderstood a little bit, but it's all good. And I respect Ralph. Like I said, maybe our paths will cross again later at a different time, and I'll still be able to benefit from some of his knowledge and expertise. All right, you all take care. Take care. Bye.
Mind you, what he came over for was because how fast I was building my pages on TikTok, how fast I was building my pages on YouTube, right? So he was coming over to try to help, like to try to figure out, can you teach me how to build the page? Like I want to, da 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 da. That what he said.
I've also looked into doing a freelance visa here in Dubai so I can work for myself.
Freelance visa in Dubai.
With a gentleman from India on how to be a business coach. So
Listen,
he said education, professional development, tutoring.
mind you, these is all the things that we were talking about building in the Discord, all the things that we were saying, why we on this journey, why we are, trying to build the, physical space for this learning and, this new acceptance of life and open-mindedness, so on and so forth, focusing on the career, focusing on this is why we took the break to focus on things and so on and so forth, right? So the same thing that we were saying that he trying to say that he doing. This is why I say that they were really over there just stealing ideas. They liked the space. They didn't like the person that was at the table. Right. So because I was the person at the table with the ideas and everything like that, they liked the ideas. They didn't like me. You know what I mean? Oh, he's saying everything, but we just don't like him.
Oh, but not right now because everybody's trying to say that I'm crazy. So I don't think this is the right time to be talking about mental health, but definitely spirituality. Like I still like that, but I'm not going to mention tarot because in this region, tarot is not allowed, so I can get into trouble. So that's why I was hiding my identity at first, but now I'm just taking off the tarot because I don't want any smoke over here.
You see that? You see that? Because when he first came over there, he was trying to hide who he was, right? And I'm telling him, like, I know that you're over here to trauma bond. I know that you're over here as a spy. I'm telling him this to his face, but I'm still giving him an opportunity in the Discord, right? So I'm still giving him an opportunity in the Discord, even though I told him to his face, like, I know you're over here, to either piss the knot off, trauma bond, or some type of agreement that you got with the knot. I know that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that was his secret lover.
I am very disappointed. I really felt like I found my tribe. I posted that.
That's who he was, in Dubai with that week. And when he came back, he was he was the knot was trying to focus on the Diddy trial, but he had to still try to put people in the Discord to go through, you know what I mean? Because this was 622. This was 622. Like yeah, June, I guess June 22nd, right? So this is around that time, you know what I mean? And he's in a Discord trying to tell his story that he say, but his story is wrapped around trauma bonding based off of something that he said the knot was doing to him, right? So he's in the Discord in the voice channel trauma bonding, and I'm trying to tell him like, yo, we don't trauma bond over here. Like that's not what we, you know what I'm saying? Is we that's not what we doing. Like we don't do that over here. Like, man, I ain't trying to trauma bond with you. So I don't know what the knot was holding over him, but I guess the exposure of what the knot was trying to do could jeopardize everything for him or something like that. You know what I mean? And he thought he was gonna dump that into the Discord. See?
Sent on a mission from Denial. I was just explaining the situation. You guys said you wanted to hear the team. So I just wanted to. I totally understand where Ralph is coming from and how it might seem that I am coming to chat to try to vibe to disrupt what you guys got going on over here. I mean, if there's a bunch of women over here, it's probably not a place for me anyway.
See?
Like,
He said if there's a whole bunch of women over here, it's probably not a place for me anyway. What are you talking about? We're individual beings. We're not I don't look at the group and try to say how many women in the group or if it's all women in the group. But obviously, he already had a pre-notion of the Discord before he even got there. Because why would he say, oh, if there's a whole bunch of women over here, then I probably shouldn't be over here. Like, so somebody already told you what the Discord was based off, or who, you know what I mean? Exactly. That's why I said I was 20 steps ahead of them way before any of this because you making claims that you only would know if you was listening to other people. So you're already showing me that you're listening to other people about what the Discord is about, who's in the Discord, so on and so forth, right? But you're sending messages to the women that's in the Discord. These are back end messages. This ain't even something that he posted over there. This is a back end message that he sent to somebody that he was supposed to target, right? All of y'all that was in the Discord had a target on y'all back. The ones who was doing music, as soon as I shouted y'all out and said that y'all was doing music, somebody contacted y'all. Somebody contacted y'all. It's not oh, you think Lady Letitia ended up with these songs, or did you see the number of how when Danny Robinson's songs started changing or whatever? That's because all the people that was in the Discord that was doing different shit for the Atlas Network or family, right? Somebody started targeting these people. And I started watching. I was watching as they went and back messaged them. I was watching as certain people started acting funny. I was like, damn, should I address it? Should I say something? Nah, because in my mind, if someone was able to come to you and tell you something that made you dislike me, then that means you was already waiting for something to dislike me. So I'm like, let them go ahead. If they choose to believe it, they choose to believe it. I'm not going to sit there and keep on trying to defend against all these lies. For what? For what? The people who see us as genuine is going to stick around. The people who see the truth, want the truth, that's the ones who's going to stick around. I don't want the people who's trying to find some type of storyline to go run and lie about. I said that from the very beginning. When we first started the Discord, and there was a bunch of people in there, and that lady had made the watermelon joke or whatever joke she made, and I gave her my response. And I specifically said to her, now don't go make a live about this. You came over to the Discord, started a situation. Don't go make a live about this. The very next day, I see her on live talking about some, oh, I said something about watermelon in a predominantly black Discord. I know not to do that anymore. Right? I said, damn, I just asked you not to do that. I was literally being genuine with people and upfront and honest, telling people like, yo, don't do this, don't operate like that. People are going to make it this way, people are going to make it that way. Even the sister wives thing. How did the sister wife thing start off? It started off as one big ass joke. One big ass joke. I said, oh, with all these women being in the Discord, they gonna start saying I got sister wives over here and so on and so forth. And what happened? Sure enough, they started saying it was sister wives. They started saying it was a bunch of women in the Discord. I said, fuck it. We gonna play off of it. We gonna run with it. We might as well just come out with blankets, clothes, all of that shit. What we did, we ran with it, right? Next thing you know, that's all they could focus on. That was all they was focused on. He said he got a sister wives. He said he got sister wives. He said he got sister. I'm like, damn, do y'all see? Do y'all see how people think? I'm pointing it out like, yo, do y'all see it? Shit, I get another charger port. I gotta get another charger port. They ran with the story. Every story, like any story that they wanted to run with, they ran with. They ignored the fact that it was a RC117 over there. That was a guy. They ignored the fact that we had another room where a guy was playing the damn video game the whole time. They ignore the fact that sometimes I will pull people from the gaming on TikTok, and it would be like me and a couple of people in the game, running around. Like they ignored all of that because what they wanted to focus on was trying to make it look like it was a cult, not a collective. Remember, we spoke about being a collective. They spoke about being a cult. We never spoke about being no cult. They wanted to make it out to be a cult. We started speaking collective. Remember? Because they was like, what is a collective? What is he talking about? The collective has spoken. What is this collective stuff that they didn't even know what a fuck, they didn't even know what a collective was. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even know what a collective was. Because they said he keeps saying we. He keeps saying we. What is this we and this collective stuff? They didn't even understand none of the stuff we was talking about. When we was talking about having more than 23 chromosomes in operation, when we was talking about fire codes and the DNA and RNA, like when we was talking about that stuff, they had no idea what we was talking about. But then they turned around and tried to make the page be about what they wanted to make the page be about. But why I want y'all to ask yourself this. Why they never told y'all about none of the knowledge and stuff that we was talking about over here? They never talked about none of the knowledge and how a lot of the stuff I was saying was facts. A lot of the stuff that I was pointing out was truth, right? You ain't never hear none of them say anything about that, did you? Did you hear them talk about any of this stuff that I was pointing out and talking about? No, but they came against it. Denat tried to go learn it. Y'all don't remember when Denat tried to go learn it? Denat sent me messages on the back end talking about some, yo, what's that stuff you be talking about when you be talking about energy harvesting and stuff like that, right? Even try to tell me not to talk about this type of stuff on my page. Try to tell me like, nah, YouTube don't let you talk about this stuff. Da 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 da. You can't talk about frequencies and energies and Cleopatra's needle and how the Pentagon is a energy based whatever. You can't say that stuff, right? He was like, but where you looking this stuff up at? Like if I wanted to learn this stuff, where you look it up at, right? So I tell him, right? Why he turn around and try to start doing the same thing? Try to start manipulating the stuff that I was telling him in order to incorporate. That's where the whole Blanca thing came in. That's why he was in Dubai talking about some. I feel like I'm outside myself, looking at myself. I manifest all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. I'm just putting my intention. Why do you think he was talking like that at that time? Because he was false representing something. He was false representing something that he seen and took a liking to. He just make this stuff up. I'm telling you. He just making it up as he go along. As other people come and tell him about certain things, he makes this stuff up. So when we was talking about this stuff, he felt like, oh man, you know, all this stuff is as above, so below, as without, so within. What is, always was, and always will be. That's what you're looking at right now. Everything, every religion, every symbol, every abbreviation of a word, everything. It goes back to man. It goes back to the connection that we have with the universe. The stars are not in the sky, they're etched out in our minds. The universe is not just in the sky, the universe is inside your mind. The earth is not just, under you, the earth is inside of you. The earth is your body. The sky and everything is your face, and then your mind is the outer space. As above, so below, as without, so within. If there's a universe outside of you, then there's a universe inside of you. If there's things that exist outside of you, then there's things that exist inside of you. The first map wasn't a map of this world. The first map was a map of the body. The very first map was a map of the body. It connected with the universe. you know, it connected with the universe through the zodiac signs, the constellations, right? Everything connected to the universe. Everything of our body connected to the universe. As above, so below. You know. So when you looked at it, it was kind of like this. You see the yellow? It says collective superconscious. You know, you see the moon. It tells you past, sun, future, collective consciousness. And then this is the collective subconscious. This is the collective superconscious. The spirit has to rise up through this void, through this darkness. The spirit has to rise through this. But if you look at the chakras, it's connected to the root chakra. The root chakra, the spirit is connected to the root chakra, and it goes through the other chakras, but it's not in the soul system of those chakras yet. It has to rise up through this, enter the pineal, and then enter the soul system. Then it enters this other system through your will. And now that's when these start awakening. There's a Kundalini rising. However, they used to tell you about this knowledge back in the day. They used to teach you about the Kundalini and the rising of the Kundalini. But the Bible tells you about how this serpent coils at the base of your spine now. Now it coils at the base of the spine. But the new awakening awakens this Kundalini, and it starts to rise again to enter that system. But like I said, they would rather try to make the page out to be something of negative because they know how much knowledge is acquired over here. They know that I know that the operation of the Aquarius sky is an operation of intentions. No bad intentions can exist in the Aquarius sky. So they're trying to get other people to do the will of their bad intent so they can get the cosmic karma that comes with that. So they still want their bad intentions to take place in this world. They're just trying to deflect it onto other people now. So they found a way to hide from that cosmic karma, right? That's why they out here pushing all these narratives about other people's pages, because that's what they're really doing. The baby farms, the weird shit, all of that stuff. They don't want, it's a destiny swap, if you say, if that makes sense. So they're trying to swap destinies with you. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, they all gonna get their karma, but in the meantime, in between time, they doing the swap thing. They swapping it. For those who can, for those that'll fall victim to it, they can get away with it. If you understand or overstand, then they probably can't get over on you with it. But if you don't, then they can get away with it. You know what I mean? And this was something simple. I asked Jaguar, I said, tell us the Bible then. Tell us what it says, right? And she said, in the beginning, it was nothing. No. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That's in the beginning, right? So this is why I ask the questions that I ask. This is why I, seek the higher level of knowledge that I seek. These people can tell you all types of stuff, but they can't make the connection to the brain. They can't make the connection to the body. They can't make the connection. You know, they want to come out and talk about all of this stuff. That's why Jaguar say, I'm going to prove this, I'm going to prove that. You're not going to prove nothing, because you're doing it out of trying to point out the differences instead of pointing out the similarities. If you search for the similarities, then you'll see the connection with all things. But if you keep on trying to search and fight differences, you ain't even gonna see. You gonna miss everything. That's the only thing I keep on trying to explain to them. Stop trying to separate, stop trying to divide and unify, and you'll see the connection in all things. You know, they told you that there was a voice of Israel's conscious, a voice of Israel's conscious. We know conscious is a plural thing. This is more than one, but we know the voice is single, right? This is single. We know Israel is plural, right? So we know Israel's conscious is a plural thing, but we know the voice of that is a singular thing. So if you really look at it, there's not too many people down here with the voice of Israel's conscious. They're not trying to speak on the connection of the conscious that we have to be Israel's conscious anymore. Why is that? How is they saying they know all of this knowledge, but they can't speak about the conscious of Israel? Why is that? Why is that? Because they're false representing it. They're out here falsely representing what is, always was, and always will be. That's why the universe is revealing so much to us right now. That's why the universe is trying to reveal so much to us, you know? And that's why I keep on trying to practice a level of forgiveness, a level of unity that is unseen. You know what I mean? That's why I keep on trying to practice a level of unity that's unseen. That's why I keep on trying to show a level of unity that is unseen. That's why I'm out here trying to build. They trying to stop that build. You got to think, why is they trying to stop somebody from building that holds so much knowledge? Wouldn't you want to help that person build? Wouldn't you want to be a part of some unity like that? Somebody that's not denying anybody who already exists, but accepting the fact that we all exist down here together, right? That's somebody who's not trying to push nobody from the table, but accept all walks of life, right? But that's the person who they don't want at the table, because they table is not about accepting all walks of life. Oh, they want YT people money, but they don't want YT people at the table. Think about that. Something is not right with their system, and they don't want to admit that their system is not right. Their system is a cycle of what? Keep on dividing. Once they divide, whatever it is they think they need to get rid of, what you think they're gonna do when the problem not solved? They're gonna say, okay, now we need to get rid of more, right? So once the problem not solved, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna say, all right, it didn't work. All right, now we need to get rid of the light skins. All right, we need to get rid of the whites. That didn't work. All right, light skins gotta go. What the fuck think? What y'all think gonna happen if we keep on dividing? What y'all think? All right. So if you are wondering what it means for your zodiac, it means that at some point your zodiac is going to come into a recognition of all the other signs that is inside the body. So you might be in a Sagittarius state of being, but at some point your Sagittarius state is going to recognize that you have a Scorpion, a Pisces. You're going to start recognizing the other symbols of your vessel. You can continue to fight them and make it seem like these traits are not of you, or you can accept the fact that you are all zodiacs and come into a greater understanding of yourself. Or you can accept the 10% that they tell you that you are. You can accept yourself whole, or you can accept the percentage that they tell you that you are. But when you accept the percentage that they tell you that you are, maybe things in the physical world might become a little bit harder. Relationships might become a little bit harder. Dealing with people in the physical world might become a little bit harder. Jobs, water cooler talk. Conversations might not even, spark your interest anymore. Whereas though a simple conversation about, girl, did you see the new episode of this, or did you see the new episode of that? That might be something of interest to you right now. But once you start taking a higher, you know, transcending of oneself, those conversations is not going to be as exciting as they was. That's why they say there's no feeling up there, in the higher realms. They say it's no feeling. No, we pick and choose what we want to give our feelings to. It's still feelings up there. It's just not as, sometimes we are so in control of our feelings, it looks like we're just null and void down here because we're just going through the motions of life. But we're more in control of our feelings and emotions. I'd rather get excited from a commercial or a movie or something like that as opposed to the falsity of reality, right? The falsity of reality is we all have great intentions for one another, right? The problem is our reality don't reflect or is not capable of showing those great intentions because reality puts you in a place where you have to take care of yourself first. Oh, you might want to do for others, right? But you got to take care of yourself first. So we can't get out of the system that's created into a different system exists. You know, we can't come out of the system that's created into a different system exists. If a different system exists, then we can say, okay, it's an easily transformation. But if nobody's showing us a new system, yes, it means that your body is made up of every zodiac sign, not just one. So here you go. It uh when Constantine tricked us in the Bible, he tricked us because these are the symbols of the Bible, of the body. These are the symbols of the body, right? Constantine told them to make all of these symbols into persons. All of these symbols became people in the Bible. All of these symbols. You see it's 13 of them. You see it's 13 of them, right? But which one don't exist today? This one. This one doesn't exist. Why? Because it is the Christ of the body. It is a fluid of the body. It touches nervous system. It connects all of the other systems of the body. It puts the 12 together. So if you don't have this one right here, then you can't put the 12 together. That's why this one is the sacrifice. That's why this one was given to us, however you want to look at it. But if you don't have this one, you can't put the 12 together because Christ is the one that put the 12 together, right? So once they take this one out, now you got the 12. That's why 13 was the mystery. That's why 13 was the, you know, so, but you consist of all of these. Aries is your head. Aries and Taurus makes up your Godhead, right? This is your Ra, right? If you look at a Ankh shows you more, but this is, so Gemini is your arms, right? That's why they do the twos, right? Gemini, arms, hands, upper ribs, lungs, um, so on and so forth, right? Cancer, stomach, breast, nipples, upper lobe of liver, so on and so forth. Sternum. Your Leo is your heart, the pumping place, spine, so on and so forth. Uh, and then you're over here, Sagittarius, hip, thighs, right? So when you get to Sagittarius, Sagittarius is very important because when Jacob wrestled with God or wrestled with man, it said he broke his hip, right? This is where Sagittarius will come in, but this is where the flow goes. Back in the day, the flow went to Sagittarius and then he pushed past that, right? But this is a inner story, an inner story of a fight in the vessel. So as Christ, right? Christ is represented as fetal cells, tailbone, uh carnal, sacral, axle, solar sternum, kundalini, right? There you go, right? So this is what Christ is. It's your lunar and solar uh transfiguration, right? Your lunar to solar transfiguration, right? Your kundalini, right? So right here it tells you that this is your kundalini. So if you're going to eliminate this, you have to eliminate everything that comes with it: the knowledge of the kundalini, chakra systems, all of that stuff. You have to eliminate all of that stuff. You have to eliminate the knowledge of the lunar to solar transfer, right? The picture that I showed you before. This transfer right here. You have to eliminate all of this knowledge just to eliminate that one zodiac. And then you would have to eliminate the 13th then you would have to eliminate the 13th month, right? Then you would have to eliminate the 13th month. And the 13th month was called Soul. About the beginning of the 12th century, the plan was to reverse the basically eliminate the superfluous names, therefore superfluous plane. New 13th was designated soul, right? So then you have to eliminate that out the calendar, right? So you have to go through an eerie cycle of eliminating dates. So this is why you would have a time where it would go from Wednesday the 2nd to Thursday the 14th, right? The missing 11 days, September 1752, occupy. And you can look in your phone and go back to these dates. Just go to your calendar and type in 1752 and look at these dates. Go to September and you'll see this is still there. You're like, what the fuck? They jumped from what? The what? How? In order to put the Gregorian calendar into play, this is what they had to do. That's why Ethiopia still go by a 13th month calendar. We've been looking at this all wrong because we took out the 13th month. We're in 2018 right now. If you look at that and apply Ethiopia's calendar to some of the stuff, the events and stuff, so on and so forth, you will get a different, a closer connection to the biblical text and everything that's going on than before. So because they manipulated the dates and stuff like that, we now think that this stuff is supposed to be happening in our 2021. But really it's going to happen in according to Ethiopia's 2021. So we still got 3 more years or 4 more years, however you look at it. We'll be closer to 2030. It'll happen in our 2030, but it'd be 2021 or whatever, if that makes sense. So all of this stuff is really happening. They just got the confusers out there, all of these confusers. The Jaguar right trying to make you think that, conspiracy theories are based off of gossip about where somebody put their penis and who's having babies with who in the what you call 'em, you know what I'm saying? And it's really not even like that complicated because people are choosing not to see the truth. You know what I mean? It'd be one thing if it was like the truth wasn't there, but they're choosing not to see the truth, and they're with groups that are set to go against this truth. So it's understandable why. um yeah, I'll go ahead and post that. And it's cool. Like I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like the dirt and everything that's been said over here already is too much. People don't know, what they're really supporting. So that's why I say like I'll continue to push, over on TikTok and get this thing built and everything like that. I appreciate everybody that, wanted to see it happen, and that, or if you just had it in your mind that you wanted to see it, whatever the case may be, I'm still going to make it happen. It's just going to be a little bit of a struggle. uh I'm still, every penny, every little dime, everything goes into it. I'm stretching out, everything that I'm getting. um might have to go ahead and sell the PC for this one. You know what I mean? I might have to go ahead and sell the PC, and maybe just sell some other stuff, get rid of some stuff. I gotta see this through. I gotta see it through. I'm too close at this point. Like I'm too close. The universe is aligning everything, and as much as I would like to move the process along as quickly as possible, I'm starting to see how this world is. Like people don't want certain people to make it. People don't want certain people to be in a great image. People don't want, you know, and that's not even like speaking of like the struggles of a black man in America. That's just speaking on how this world is. Like everybody would rather see you for a piece of shit than see you for, you know, light, or see you for goodness. And I'm realizing that like it don't matter how many obstacles I make it past, there's still another obstacle, you know? And we can look back on all the obstacles that we made it past, but that might blind you from seeing the obstacles that's coming. So, you know, I think a lot of people get stuck on looking backwards. And the problem with that is you can't see what's in front of you looking backwards. No matter how much you want to try to save or help those people, because my obstacles are not objects in this world. It's not like somebody putting, brick walls in my way and stuff like that. No, it's people. And you can look back and try to help as many of those obstacles that got put in your way as possible. But some of them obstacles don't want to move. They only going to hinder you, hold you back, or try to stop you from making it. And they're going to tell you all the right things that you want to hear and need to hear. But the truth is, I can't make you guys see me differently than how you already want to see me. I can fight tooth and nail trying to get you to see me for who I truly am. If that's not what you want to see, then you're not going to see it. That's the truth. I can sit here and keep on doing this song and dance, trying to show people this and show people that is not gonna listen. Y'all know what is y'all know what that does. And you're gonna go back and tell somebody else, well, oh, he was, song and dancing over there. And then that person gonna come back and say, well, you song and dance for them. Let me see you song and dance. And then the next thing you know, it's repeated notion of this shit. And I can't get you guys to help if you don't want to help. I can't get you guys to chip in if you don't really want to chip in. I can sit here and put a list out, but y'all ain't buying, y'all want some face. Y'all want some. I refuse to manipulate y'all. That's the problem here. I refuse to trauma bond with y'all in order to change the operation of your currency, because trauma bonding changes the operation of your currency. It makes you give up that $10 McDonald money, that $15 donation, that $20 whatever. It makes you give that up when you trauma with someone. It's like, oh, I feel them. I want them to make it so bad, because once you're connected to the trauma, them making it is like you making it. Once I realized what we were doing to each other in this world, I didn't want to do it. I said, no, I can't keep going around trauma bonding. It's weird. "Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? No, no, it's weird. It's not about whether or not I'm talking about the 8 different, group homes, 3 different foster homes, whether or not I'm telling my story about how I went through this, went through that. I don't think it's about that. Because if you truly was trying to make a connection with somebody, it wouldn't be a connection of bad. Why we ain't making connections of celebrations? Why we ain't making connections of laughter? Why we not making those connections? What is our operation that we keep on making this connection to sadness and death with one another? And we think that's the buildup right there. Always making connections of sadness and death with one another, and that's supposed to be that's our buildup. That's our keep going. I need y'all to just really sit back and really make this operation make sense. Even if you're looking at, the time that has passed with the whole beefing and going back and forth, like what did we accomplish? Where did we get? Nowhere. Well, some of us, Atlas Network, we doing stuff. We do, whether it be a little bit at one time or a lot of bit at another time. We progressing. We're showing that progressing. And the reason why, like, a lot of them don't want to, because they don't want to admit that they were wrong about us. That's what they holding on to. They holding on to pride. So they keeping this bullshit going because they don't want to admit, damn, we was wrong, right? So they don't really have no problem. They just have a problem with their ego and their pride. Their ego and their pride won't let them admit that they were wrong. That's what they operating on. Ego and pride. And they want to make it seem like other people is not operating on ego and pride. How? How? We disappeared for 8 months. 8 months we dropped that shit and left it alone. We come back to try to show, oh look, we just trying to build, we just trying to grow, we just trying to move forward with this. What they do? What they do? Start shit up again. Why? All because it's a loose end. For them, it's a loose end. It's somebody that still knows the history of the bullshit. It's somebody who still knows the history of the fuckery. They can't repaint the fuckery to make themselves seem however they want to seem, because there's people still around that remembers the history of the fuckery. You know, certain pages wasn't supposed to be here because they were supposed to be able to create the narrative that they wanted on the page. Basically put you in a beef with somebody and then strike your page until the page is gone. That's how Maggie page got gone. Now Maggie over there, she's scared to use anybody content now. She over there scared to use anybody content. She don't know which way the bullshit might come from. That's how they want you. They want you walking on eggshells over here. They don't want you to feel free because once you start, now you can't expose their truth. Remember, we was exposing their truth in real time. In real time, we was pointing that shit out. That's why they didn't like the Discord, because they couldn't strike us in the Discord when we was pointing it out in the Discord, watching them in real time. There's no striking system in the Discord. Remember, Snoopy or Just Risa said, I reported his Discord to Discord. Remember they try to say that? I reported his Discord to Discord. I'm going to get his whole Discord taken away. You don't remember that? They were like, they watching us in Discord right now. We was watching them in real time complain about our Discord in real time. Wait till I set the Discord back up again. Well, the new Discord. This Discord ain't got none of that. Ain't got none of the evidence stuff in it. But we was laughing and clowning them in real time as they were doing the live. They knew we were in Discord watching, and it would make them act a certain type of way in the live because they knew we were watching it in Discord. So because they knew, if even Sherelle and them was bringing up the Discord, they was like, yeah, and I know about your little Discord too, with the people in there watching on Discord. Like, I was like, damn, I got people with, you know, almost a 500,000 subscribers worried about the Discord. I was like, damn, we must be doing something collective. I was proud as hell of us. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, we must be doing something. And from that point on, I told everybody in the Discord, I said, from here on out, I'm blaming everything on y'all. I said from here on out, I'm blaming everything on y'all. I said, I don't care. I said, everything I do, I'm gonna blame on y'all. If I make it somewhere, I'm gonna say y'all got me there. I said, if I build something, I'm gonna say y'all built it. I said that. I don't know if y'all remember when I said that, but I said that in the Discord. And look, by me giving the power of that to the collective, they attacked everybody in that collective. Y'all ain't noticed that? By me giving the power to the collective, by even saying we was a collective, they attacked everybody in the collective. You notice that? Just by me giving power to the collective, saying that we in this together, we did the whole clothing thing. People was buying hats, shirts, sweaters, blankets, candles. You know what I'm saying? They was so jealous. What do he got a clothing store for? What is he selling? Da, 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 da. Like, they was jealous. They were jealous and inspired at the same damn time. They didn't know how to feel about us. They liked us and hated us at the same damn time. They was inspired by us and jealous of us at the same time. Huh? They was like, man, I can't stand this nigga, but I like him though. They was like, I can't stand this nigga, but I like him though. Oh, we'll get monetized again. That ain't no biggie. It ain't nothing to get monetized again. It's just trial and error. Just trial and error. That's all. It ain't nothing to get monetized again. Yeah, I gotta put some funds together to make some moves, but I do gotta apply for monetization again soon. Reapply for monetization. Gotta go and delete some stuff off of there first and then reapply for monetization. They know. They know. They know they love the show. They know they love the show for real. They love it. They tune in. They in the bushes. You know what I mean? They loving it, you know? They ain't gonna tell you they loving it, cause why? Nah, they can't admit to you that they loving it. Just know that they loving it. You know what I mean? Yeah, they gotta build a, they probably got a Discord that they actually in. They probably want to build their own little Discord group, just like they took our idea and then went and built it, you know. And they probably got a Discord now that they watch different lives in and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, they stole our idea and they probably got a group, probably only like 5 of them, like they said. So all 5 of us is lying? No, all 5 of y'all are spying. Fuck you mean? All 5 of us. So all 5 of us is lying? No. I don't care how many witnesses you come with, you know what I'm saying? All 5 of y'all is spying. You can put all ball up all the witnesses, put them together, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Don't matter that, you know, that concept of, because you bring witnesses, like you can't set the witnesses up and then say you got witnesses. No, that's called a conspiracy, motherfucker. Like you can't conspire against somebody and then say, I got 4 other witnesses. You mean the group y'all put together? Well, we didn't become a group until afterwards. You sure? You sure? You sure Master Splinter ain't mutate you guys and you know what I'm saying? You sure? They out here running around like Bebop and Rock Steady, you know? Interested and they interested in us and talking shit on us at the same time. How you gonna sit there, come in talking shit, and then say, "Oh, that's an interesting backstrap. Can you explain it?" Do you not realize how crazy that sounds? You know what I'm saying? Do you not realize how crazy that sound that you come in attacking and also defending and also interested? Like you like first you come in talking crap, and then you say, "Oh, so are you telling me that I'm all zodiac signs?" Like, what the fuck? You what the fuck is you in here to talk shit and say we a cult, or are you in here to learn some shit? Though you don't even know anymore. At this point, you don't even know. You want to be against us and with us at the same damn time. You know, you're just confused. It's like, man, that group is so damn interesting. But I don't like them though. Yo, this is crazy. Y'all gotta make this shit make sense, man. I can't make it make sense at this point. There's nothing I can do to make sense of their mind. You know what I mean? You're gonna say, how you gonna try to paint somebody out to be this person and then also still learn from that person too? What? You literally told somebody else you was trying to learn and they were being mean to you. How you trying to learn from the person who you said is bullying and yelled at you? What the fuck? Make up your mind. Do you want to learn from me or burn me? Like which one do you want? It's like I'm a mystery to them. It's like they're intrigued by me, but they also can't stand me at the same time. But really that they mad that, that they find me so irresistible. They find me so irresistible. That's what the truth is, you know what I'm saying? They find me so irresistible, you know? love me, say that you love me. You know, if be real with yourself, man. Just say it, I'm irresistible, you know. Just say it. Don't be afraid. Just say it. You know, you ain't gotta do y'all doing all of this extra stuff. You ain't gotta do the extra stuff. Just say you like it over here. Huh? Just say you like it over here. You don't even make sense. How you I want you to make this make sense, right? You're in someone else's space trying to tell about a crush that you got on somebody else that don't occupy the space that you're saying that you got a crush on them in. If you got a crush on that person, why you not going to the spaces that that person occupying? Why you in an unknown space denouncing your love for somebody else? That's not weird to you? That's not weird to you? You confessing your love about somebody else. Go confess it to them. And at this point, it's not even a crush anymore. It's like a weird affair or something because the person already knows that you like them. A crush is something that's secret. Nobody knows a crush, right? If you keep telling this person, it's not a crush anymore. That's how I know your mind is not right. You're like 13 or 12 or 10 maybe, like that don't even make sense that you keep on going around calling this person your crush and they know that you like them. What the fuck? That's what I'm saying. So if you confessing it to her every time you see her, at some point you have to realize that it's stalking. If she didn't say that she wants to be with you, whatever, if y'all ain't started a relationship yet, if y'all ain't together, now you're just stalking her. Once you reveal that you like her and that you got a crush on her, now that person determines whether they like you back, and then you circle yes or no, and then y'all start dating. Like you don't stay a crush if you told that person that's your crush. Y'all got to make a decision at this point, or it's just stalking. You're just stalking her now. What the fuck? Why are you not seeing this as a grown person? If you are a grown person, like why are you not seeing that? Like if you got a crush on somebody and then you come out to your crush is supposed to make the decision whether y'all going, you know what I'm saying? Then they say, "Oh, I got a crush on you too." And then you start dating and shit. You know what I'm Yeah, I bet you gonna be with yourself one day. Shit, I bet you gonna be with yourself one day. If you still out here looking for yourself, then something wrong with your mind already. That shit don't even make sense. That you out here looking for yourself. You won't see yourself right next to yourself or inside yourself. You out here in the physical world talking about something. I'm gonna be with myself again one day. That shit's crazy. You out here looking for your mind. I lost my mind. Yeah, that what you looking for. Your mind. Hopefully, your body can be with your mind again one day. That's weird. That would explain right there why she had a problem in the Discord, you know? That tell you right there what the problem was in the Discord. She couldn't talk to herself. That's why she was mad about the Discord. She couldn't talk to herself. You know? Cause that shit don't even make sense. Right there. I promise you that don't make sense. She brought herself in to back up herself. And she don't see herself as the problem. Hey, she brought her backup page to support her main page. You hear me? She brought a backup page to support the main page. She created different characters. That is literally like personality disorder. Like that shit weird as hell that you gave yourself three different personalities on this app. So now I'm thinking that out of the five people that you said was there, two of them might have been you. Now, now that you say that two of them might have been you. You know, I'm thinking, two of them was you. You know what I mean? I'm thinking you played yourself. After you bring a page in to back up a page, shit. Hmm. You brought a backup for a backup. Hmm. Nah, shit. You can't tell me nothing. Y'all are literally trolls and spies and whatever else y'all disguise. Huh? Y'all's is trolls and spies and whatever else y'all disguise. Y'all ain't real. For real. Y'all are non-playable characters or something. You got to be. You got to be non-playable characters. You are non-playable characters. I promise you, you are. A bunch of non-playables. Okay. So somebody went and made a fake page to pretend like this person. Okay. Okay, I see it now. Oh yeah, I see it. Where's the connection? Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yo, they like it's like wash, rinse, and repeat. It's like they think that you forgot the history that they created already, and they can just pop back up on some. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's so weird. You know? Because they just gonna pop back up. You know what I mean? They just gonna pop back up like nothing ever happened. Telling you, watch. Hmm. And they starting to they gonna start to realize like, oh snap, we can't, once they stop, like once they all realize like that they can't manipulate no more, then it all changes. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's where they thrive at. They thrive on keeping people in the past tense, past states of being, past mindset, all of that. They keep people in that, you know what I mean? You know? They can't get certain past certain things, you know? We push past too much already. But we're gonna keep on moving forward. We're gonna keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? We got no choice. We got no choice but to make it work. You know what I'm saying? We got no choice. We're good. We fine. You know, we good. We fine. We got no choice. We'll make it. We'll make it. It's gonna take a little bit. It's gonna take a little bit. We're gonna have to do some things. It's gonna take a little bit. We gonna make it though. You know. We're gonna shake it. We're gonna shake it. We could just, we got to put together these funds so I can get this fence. It's gonna cost us like 300 to get this goat fence. Once we put the goat fence up, we already got the land tilled, the tilted it or whatever, till whatever it's called. Uh, and now we just got to get the goat fence. I was gonna try to put the funds to get the goat fence. They got the people coming out to tilt. You know, we got the chickens. You got the six that just hatched. You know, and we got I think two groups scheduled to come out already. Group two youth groups scheduled to come out already. So that's a plus. You know, all of it is is ready. It's gonna happen. You know, it's gonna happen. It's happening. It's happening. Yeah, we got. I think we got to do it again though. We got to like pull the rocks out. Rake all the rocks out and then do it one more time, just to make sure it's nice and soft. Add the ashes from the fire into the dirt. Cut it out, golden. Cut it out. Green eyed snowflower has been following me. Her name is the same on TikTok. Her name is the same in the Discord. Do 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 do. Mm, 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 mm. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Dee, 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 dee. It's not hard. It's not hard. You just got to remember. Well, then again, like I guess you got to be a part of the, whole Atlas thing to really remember. So, like, you got to be in the Discord to know that her name's the same in the Discord. You got to be on TikTok to know that her name's the same on TikTok and everything like that. So, you got to be there. If you're just on YouTube, then yeah, I guess you're going to make assumptions. Why? Because that's what they do. They go around and create the names off of people who they see around you. So they created their fake names off of the people who they seen around you, supporting you, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? That's what trolls do. Trolls create their name off of people around you. If you start talking about like spiritual stuff, enlightening stuff, they might, create their names based off of that stuff that you're talking about. It's all different types of ways that people try to troll on here. That's why the trolls farms are so infinite because it's a game now. To them, it's like, oh, we're gonna see who can troll the best. So all of these mental patients, they popped out to play the troll game. You know what I'm saying? They all popped out to play the troll game. Whether it be to get close to you, act like they supported you, pretend like they supported you. Because nobody supports you and then say that they believe the first lie that came out about you. Like that's not support. That's you sitting around waiting to find something so you can say something negative about somebody. You know what I mean? All the real supporters are still around. You know what I mean? All the ones that really was supporting, they still around. Even the ones who might have been skeptical at first, and then they said, "Oh man, all of this stuff is." Even they came back and was like, "Damn, you was a genuine person this whole time, and we were making you out to be wrong." Even the real people, even some of them, you know what I mean? You're not here to learn and grow. Think about what you're saying. You said I attacked you. How are you here to learn and grow from somebody that you're accusing of attacking you? Make it make sense, man. Please make it make sense. How are you here to learn and grow after making a accusation saying that somebody attacked you? What the hell is you talking about? That don't even make sense. Who says that you saying that we attacked you, but then you saying that you're learning and growing? Which one is it? We don't even know which account is yours at this point. You keep on switching accounts. Is you Green Star or Green Star's conscious? Like we're over here to learn and grow. Oh, I get it now. You over here to learn and grow because you learning how to fuck with people and grow a page. I get it. I get it now. You right. You learning and growing. You learning how to bother people and get your page growing out of that. I get it now. And then you gotta think about it. How you over here like this, and then you gotta go back to Snoopy and them and act like you had act like we gave you a hard time over here. Think about that. Later on, you're gonna be on Snoopy and them live talking about how we gave you a hard time over here. Think about that. Later on, you're gonna have to go tell a different story about how you was over here and everybody was on you and attacking you. I want you to think about that story that you're gonna have to tell later on. When you go over in somebody else's comment section and you're like, I was over there and they was attacking me and he had his sister wife. I want you to remember, you know, the learning and the growing part that you just said when you go later on today and go to the other pages and make it seem like somebody attacked you and shit. All right. I want you to remember that. Because I don't never see y'all go over to them pages and say that y'all was learning and growing. You know what I'm saying? I don't never see y'all go and say, I was learning and growing over there. Like, no. Y'all be on them other pages tearing us down, talking cash shit, making me out to be the bad guy and all of that shit. Now you talking about something you learning and growing after you said I attacked you in the Discord. Now you learning and growing. What? I want to know. It's so many better ways they could have built content. So many different ways they could have built content. Trying to create a beef with people that ain't trying to beef with y'all. That's weird. You gotta go create beef with people that want to beef with y'all. You know what I mean? You can't create beef. Nobody wants to beef with y'all. And then it's really like weird because no matter how many times I ask, like, what the real problem is, they have no answer behind that. So it's really just to build content. They like beefing with me because they know how hard I'll go. You know, it's cool. It's cool creating a beef with me because they know how hard I'll go in a beef. You know what I mean? They know how hard I go in a beef, so they'll be like, "Oh, if we beef with him, we probably can get a bunch of content out of it." That's what they thinking. But it's okay though. Like I said, man, everybody got their own agendas in this. Everybody got their own agendas in this. Some people are still in it to try to make us fail and playing us close, but it's cool. Continue to do what it is that you do. You know, can't tell other people how to operate. So hey, we just continue to operate how we operate, and that's it. But in the meantime, you know that it's weird. It's weird. Just think about it. Remember, if I'm not mistaken, and y'all got to correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't been keeping track of like anything. But wasn't they trying to blame the whole Ada thing on Maggie? Wasn't they trying to go blame the whole Ada thing on Maggie, or was that? Because then, as soon as I came out and started revealing shit, then they wanted to flip the script and then say Stephanie did it, right? Wasn't they trying to blame it on Maggie, and then all of a sudden they flipped it, and I could be wrong. Like I said, I ain't been over here. Could be wrong. But I thought they were trying to blame it all on Maggie. And then all of a sudden they was like, oh, Steph and Mike's network and da 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 da. Da." So how did that change so quick? You know? How did that what made that change? Right. What made them change their mind on that one so quick? Yeah, it's like when they started seeing the receipts, they switched the whole, you know, they switched the whole storyline up after they started seeing the receipts. First it was, all first it was all Maggie's fault. And then soon as the shit switched, then it was then they wanted to put the truth out there and say, you know, um, Stephanie, Mike's network, so on and so forth, when they seen people was around with the truth. They said, oh shit, people still around with the truth? You know? That's why they got mad, if anything. No, they did a live yesterday where they brought Cassandra up and they was blaming it all on Stephanie, you know? And now they trying to switch it up and say, oh, they don't like when people defame people character, but the lady did say, I think she did say, Maggie, keep my name out your mouth or something like that. The Cassandra lady did say something like that, like, or pull up, or she was saying something like pull up or something, because I think Maggie might have said something about the K Sandra person or whatever, because I guess the K Sandra person is saying, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the K Sandra person is saying, but apparently, they was trying to, say Maggie this, Maggie that. I think the one thing that the person said was, and I think I remember, like, K Sandra was the person who was trying to get money to go visit her son or something like that. That was like Stephanie's first grift or something. I think the K Sandra person was like Stephanie's first grift. Yeah, because you had to be a part of the Mike's network in order to know who Stephanie was when they were pulling in money for Stephanie on the Mike's network. And I mean, not Stephanie, but for Cassandra. Cassandra was trying to put her cash app in, but Stephanie was telling everybody to send it to her. And she was going to make sure Cassandra got it, which I think Cassandra only got like $50 out of it. But they were supposed to be getting money to have Cassandra get on a bus or something to go visit her son. Because I don't know if her son was sick or in the hospital or something like that, but they were supposed to be getting money to go. And then Stephanie told her only $50 came. To be honest, I don't know how that shit popped up on my shit. Like, I was on TikTok doing like a Krishan segment, and I scrolled down, and then I seen Snoopy live. I was like, Snoopy live. And then I clicked on it. I was like, what the hell they talking about now? And then they switched the whole, you know, whose fault it was. They was more so trying to, point at Stephanie and point Stephanie out. And I seen people in the comment section was like, oh, that Stephanie needs to be in jail, so on and so forth. But but I don't follow these people, so you know, I don't follow these people. I don't even know how. They started telling these stories, and then all of a sudden they getting in touch with the people who is a part of the story. They had the Cassandra chick up there, but she was forgetting stuff right in front of them. She was forgetting stuff, you know, but she remembers that other stuff. I don't even know what I was watching when I was watching it. I was like, what the hell? That lady seemed to be, you know, but once again, it's not up to me. Because they had too many handlers up there. They had Cassandra up there, and they had somebody else up there. And that person was like, yeah, I just don't like when people defame other people's characters. But how you sitting on a panel with somebody who defames other people's characters, as you say, I don't like when people defame other people's characters. But you're sitting up there with Snoopy, who literally is going around defaming other people's characters. What the hell? Y'all got to make that make sense. They trying to rewrite the story like they were a part of it. You know what I mean? They trying to rewrite the story like they were a part of the story. No, the real question is, why is Snoopy stalking my channel? Because when I put the truth out there about the whole Ada thing and started playing videos about it, y'all switch y'all whole story up. And now y'all trying to act like y'all Stephanie. You know? Y'all wasn't even trying to bring up, y'all wasn't even trying to bring up the fact that Stephanie was Mike's network and Murph. Stephanie wasn't even connected to um uh Maggie. Knows that it was before all of that because y'all was trying to pin that shit on Maggie. Just like half of the shit that was going on. Once y'all realized that platforms was getting taken down wherever it started at, wherever y'all did it at, y'all started trying to take everything to Maggie's platform to grift over there. But when we started exposing Murph, before y'all can really get y'all hands in on it, we started exposing y'all, so y'all wasn't able to do it on Maggie's platform as much as y'all wanted to try to implement her in that shit. So now y'all got to go back to Mike's network. Why y'all ain't going after Mike's network? That's where Stephanie and Murph came from. Mike's network. Why y'all not going after him? If y'all want to, bring up the Ada shit, because y'all are determined to rewrite the truth. That's why. You're trying to rewrite the truth. Whether you work for Atwoods, whether you work for Danny Robinson, it don't even fucking matter who you work for. Y'all are the cleanup crew that rewrites the truth for shit. Yeah. Every time I mention Snoopy, that star person pop up, that green star person, not green eyes, but green star pop up every time I mention Snoopy. Huh? They playing those type of games. Maggie is not, but Maggie's caught up in it. So she's caught up trying to defend herself against the games. That's why they didn't want, us to get involved, because all the history is still on our page. We still got the history of all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? They know they done took Maggie's pages down. She can't go back and pull the lives up to show, the bull crap. She can't go back and pull the lives up to show the bull crap. You know what I mean? So they know that they can do the whole it's just her word against their word type bit with her. You know what I mean? Show us. Show us the good looks she was blessed with then. Show us she was blessed with good looks. Show us. Where the pictures at? Show us. Show us this divine being that you speak of. Sound like you in the cult. The way you keep speaking about this person, it sounds very cult like. Sounds very, very cult like. Oh, somebody got you. Somebody timed your ass out. Yeah, show us this goddess that you speak of. Huh? Show us. I ain't never seen somebody glaze somebody else like that. You gotta be in a cult to come glaze somebody else like that. You got to be in a cult to come glaze somebody else like that. You might as well change your name. Follower of Huckabee. At this point, that's it. That's all you is. You a follower of Huckabee. You a follower of Huckabee, yeah? That's it. That don't even make no sense. I ain't never seen somebody else glazing the hell out of her. Just glazing. Like, damn. She was just glazing the shit out of her. Too much glazing. Chill out. Have you not seen her picture? She looks like an angel sent from heaven. Do she? Show us. Show us this picture. Show us this ultimate glazing. Why are you speaking about yourself so much? That's weird. We must be the only chat that's available right now. You know what I'm saying? We must be the only chat that's available. Everybody else must not be live till later on or something. You know? They must not be available. It can't be. Because what are they doing in here? What are they doing in here? Are they bored? Must be the only chat available. I'm telling you, that's how you know they trolls. You know? That's how you know they trolls. Because of that factor right there. That's how you know they trolls. You know? If they wasn't trolls. Right. Think about that. Think about that. Learning and growing. Really think about that. Does it make sense? Does it make sense that they're learning and growing? Hmm. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Well, y'all make sure y'all hit that cash app one time if y'all can. If y'all can't, I understand we all going through something, we all going through something. Just trying to make it, let today worry about today and tomorrow worry about tomorrow, like the Bible say. If you can hit the cash app, hit the cash app. If you can't hit the cash app, it's very understandable. And also, I just want to say, I want everybody to have a great, prosperous day, you know. Whatever you do, make sure you're great at it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you just try to have a productive day. If it's a little bit at a time, do a little bit. Just do what you can today. Whatever you can't do today, you worry about on another day. What you can do today, do today. What you can't do, don't do. Let your yes be yes and your no's be no. If you could do something for somebody, then do it. If you can't, then don't tell them you could do it. But if you can hit the Cash App, if you can hit the PayPal one time, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. If anybody want to become a private investor, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Hit the. Some of y'all got some extra funds out there. Y'all don't want to come up off of. Y'all got some extra funds out there. You know, give a nigga a loan one time. you know, look out for me one time. Look out for me one time. One time. If you could, if you don't mind. Look out for me one time. My nigga, my nigga. Okay, we got a farmer out there planting shit. He need his stock. He said he already got people on deck for it. That's what's up. I know this is gonna work out. Cause we already got people out there. That's what's going on right now. Getting these stock, getting this, gotta get this stuff in the ground. You know? Get this stuff in the ground, and then shit, production come out of that. Production come out of that. Y'all gonna be shocked when y'all see how everything play out. It's okay. It's okay for the people that didn't want to be involved. It's okay. You know, it's all gonna work out. It's all gonna work itself out. You know, and when it does, it does. I ain't tripping about it. I know, progress is a slow process, as they say. So progress is a slow process, you know. We just in it. We just in it right now. You know what I'm saying? We just in it right now. We getting there though. We getting there though. You know, we just got to take our time with it. Take our time with it. We getting there. It's slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. We ain't got to rush. But good though. I know I'm gonna get frustrated along this journey because I want it to happen too much. You know what I'm saying? I want it so I know I'm gonna get frustrated along the way. You know, and I know a lot of people that probably want to help, want to contribute, but take care of what you got to take care of first. Everything else will take care of itself. We'll get there. Ain't no biggie. Ain't no biggie. Ain't no biggie. Ain't no half stepping. You know. Ooh, maybe I should find like a truck driver and go on the road with a truck driver for like 3 weeks. That would be a hell of an experience. Well, my dad drive trucks, but I wasn't streaming at that time. That shit was fun back then, delivering shrimp when he worked for Paul Piazza. Back in the days when I was young, I wasn't a kid anymore. In the days, and I just wish I was a kid again. Back in the days. I'm gonna go outside. know. Yeah, I know. The hell is that? Doo-doo-doo-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo-doo. A sneaky and a creepy, all the things are cheeky, the matter to the cheeky, the other family. We gotta go live on Ralphdawise on TikTok. We gotta go over to TikTok. Yeah. Hmm. And everyday people. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee. All right, y'all. We gotta go. It's an oldie but a goodie.